The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Central Kentucky high school basketball starts now.
Good evening, everyone, from Baptist Health Arena on the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. Welcome to our broadcast of Central Kentucky High School Basketball 11th Region Girls Action tonight on Glycon. I'm Keith Elkins, along with Nimbo Hammonds, former Bryan Station and George Washington University basketball star and a longtime coach as well. And Nimbo, we're into this no forgiveness now. It's a win or go home, and once we've gotten past that district final where both teams advance, and tonight they play for the season, and two teams that look to be a pretty good match.
Well, here's what you got to do when you come here tonight. You got to be ready, you got to be focused, because in the district championship, you know you get to live again. But tonight, you got to leave it all on the floor, because if not, you go home.
And it is Madison Southern and Western Hills in this first game tonight. And then the Lafayette girls take on the Frederick Douglass girls in game number 2 tonight. And looking in at game number 1, Western Hills coming in right now with a record of 19-11. They have not seen regional action for a while. So as we talk to Coach Jana Hughes, and you'll hear that in a few minutes, a lot of excitement around their school, as you might imagine. And they've got a very fine player in Malia Campbell to watch for tonight.
Oh, yeah, she's a beast in the paint. So she's going to be a load for Madison Southern tonight. She's the monster in the paint. They got to keep her off the glass, and if they don't, she can really, really hurt them.
And Madison Southern here to take on Western Hills in game 1 of the regional action tonight, coached by Juan Byers, and he's had a good first year.
Coach Byers, I know him personally, you know, and you talking about a hard-working young man. Him and Coach Harris have really put a lot into it. And you know, and they beefed their schedule up a little bit to kind of microwave the situation to give them some experience. So I look forward to them having a good evening.
Madison Southern against Western Hills in game 1, and we'll have a lot more about game 2 later, Lafayette and Douglass. But our pregame show continues in just a moment on Glycon.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world.
Talking with Coach Jenna Hughes of Western Hills. And, Coach, there must be a lot of excitement around Western Hills. It's been a little while since the team has advanced this far.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. I think 2016 was the last time that they had made it to the region. So this is a big deal for us, and we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, a lot of excitement around the school, I'm sure. Tell me about some of the players who have to have good games for you. Malia Campbell obviously would be one, right?
Yeah, Malia, she's just a sophomore, so it's a pretty big stage for her. But if we can get her going early, I think, like that would help lead to the success of how the game goes. And then also a couple of our guards, like Bree Wolf and Dakota Wilder, if they could get going, that would be really beneficial.
Yeah. Tell me about the style you like to play. If we see the kind of game that you want to see, what kind of game is it?
We like to control the pace a little bit. We don't really run a whole lot of sets, so just kind of let the girls play basketball and try to figure things out. Just a lot of pick and rolls and feeding the bigs.
Yeah. What's it been like for you as a coach as you progress in this program to get to this point?
It's been great. This is my 4th year with them. So these seniors, they came like they were freshmen whenever I came in, and just seeing their growth on and off the floor has been tremendous. And we went from 2 years ago getting beat 68-16 in the first round of the district to actually competing for it this year. So just super proud of the progress and stuff that they've made.
What kind of challenges do you see Madison Southern posing for your team?
They're long and they're shooters, and then they've also been able to play here a couple times. This is a big stage for us, so I hope it's just not too big of a stage.
All right. Well, thanks a lot and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Sports have influenced my life in a tremendous way. I'm able to see all these new opportunities and meet all these great new people. My interests outside of basketball are trying to relax and hang out with my friends and explore Louisville itself. I know I'm more successful because of the positive choices I've made and actions I've taken. My name is Kanai Roots, and I'm better without it.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Eastern Kentucky University at Baptist Health Arena, getting ready for Game 1 of tonight's action in the 11th Region Tournament. The Western Hills Eagles against the Western Hills Wolverines against the Madison Southern Eagles as we get set for Game 1 and of our doubleheader tonight with Lafayette and Douglas to follow. And Nimble, let's go with the game plan tonight. Tonight's game plan built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home.
Well, we start off with Western Hills. First of all, they must feed the post early and often. They got to get Campbell some touches in the paint to draw some fouls and collapse the zone. Then they have to take care of the ball. And Madison Southern, because Madison Southern thrives in transition, limited their turnovers in the Centrals. They have to win the glass, and also because Western Hills grabs 37 rebounds per game, so they're going to have to really control the second chances.
Western Hills.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're going to go for Madison Southern? Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, for that. And game plan for Madison Southern?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tempo and transition. When Madison Southern runs, they score. Pushing the pace, so that helps them. Perimeter consistency. They got 3 guards that are able to shoot the ball, shoot the lights out. So they got to get them open to get those shots off. And then limit second chances for Western Hills, because if they don't, they'll allow Western Hills to stay in the game.
All right, Western Hills and Madison Southern coming up. That's the game plan. Tonight's game plan built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. And we'll take a break and be back in just a moment with more of our pregame show on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure
our customers leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
We are back, getting ready for game time. Western Hills and Madison Southern in game one of our doubleheader tonight. Lots of atmosphere tonight in the arena, including the band that's right in front of us, Nimbo. So they'll be contributing their sounds all night long. But that's part of it, and we're a lot of excitement around both schools as we get into regional play. We couldn't connect with head coach Juan Byers of Madison Southern, so we'll talk a little bit about his team as his first season at Madison Southern, an 18-14 record. He previously coached at Bourbon County 2011 to 2013, and then here at Madison Southern from last year, or this is his first year actually, and a 23-38 record overall. The third head coach in as many seasons there, so I'm sure he would like to get a little continuity going there in that program, and this is one good way to do it, make an appearance in the regional.
Well, here's the thing. I know Coach Byers, and I know his work ethic. And the one thing that he's always preached, even with his own girls and his son, they're going to work hard. They're going to come to practice. They're going to learn. They're going to focus. That was how he's always been. Every time I've always seen him at all levels. So I'm only going to expect the same thing here. By playing the schedule that he played, I guess he, like I said earlier, he tried to microwave the situation to get them some experience and get them rolling fast because his expectations are high.
Mm-hmm. And he's got Lacey Sandlin, a senior who leads the team in scoring at 16 a game, backed up by Brianna Hensley, 12.5 points a game. So he's got some people who can lead the way for him.
Yeah, they score points, and they try to get out and run, and, you know, that's what they want to do. So, and it's a fun pace to play at, so because it gives everybody on the team a lot of touches. So I think the young ladies have really adapted to him, and it's been a great thing for both him and the team.
They met back in December, and on December 18th of 2025, it was Madison Southern 64, Western Hills 57, that one at Western Hills. You can always take something from a past game in a current season, but on the other hand, that's been quite a while ago too. So.
Well, it's experience. You just get a chance to see what people run. You get to see their personnel. You kind of get to see what you're working with. So with that little glimpse, sometimes it can give your team just enough to go get focused for the game.
Well, Madison Southern 18-14 on the year, and they have won their last 4, and so it's good to have a little momentum coming into the regional ball game too.
It always helps because then that means some continuity is going on. That means your team is clicking. That means they're listening. That means everybody's on the same page. So if you winning and coming in doing that, that means everything's really going the right way.
So Madison Southern gets set to take on Western Hills in this one. Madison Southern in their previous game defeated Berea in a very lopsided game in the district championship, 70-17. That's one, I guess, where you take command, and then after that you just want to get through it and get ready for the next one, don't you?
Well, I think you use it in both ways. It's a celebration of all the work that you put in, and then also it's preparation. So then when you have a big margin like that, you let the bench get a lot of playing time to start getting them ready for these moments as well. So it works out both ways.
All right, well, those two teams are set to go in game one of our doubleheader tonight. Lots of regional action coming your way on Glycod, so we hope you'll stay with us. Our pregame show will continue in just a moment on Glycod.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
Back at Baptist Health Arena at Eastern Kentucky University, Keith Elkins along with Nimbo Hammonds. Kevin Maldonado is our producer tonight, and Sailor Sizemore is our camera operator tonight. This broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA is prohibited. Nimble, we mentioned a couple of times where we are at EKU, but they've done a renovation here in a beautiful arena, a great place for these high schoolers to get out and play in tournament action.
You know, when I walked in, it made me feel like my old days when I was playing, but an upgrade. So,
yeah.
So I know these young ladies and these young men throughout this week are going to enjoy this environment.
Now we see the Madison Southern players on the floor gathered around Coach Juan Byers in his first year. Again, after coaching at Bourbon County back in 2011 to 2013. He's a former boys assistant coach at Henry Clay and women's assistant coach at NCAA Division III Berea College nearby, as well as former girls head coach at Campbell Middle School in Winchester and a former freshman girls head coach at GRC, played at Paris back in the early 1990s. And his daughter plays for the University of Michigan, Ciara Byers, who is part of the GRC Cardinals in 2025. They were state runners-up. What a great team that was. And she has gone on and now has begun her college career, and I know he's got to be proud of that.
Oh, yeah, you have to be proud. When you see your kids put in the work and then see the fruits of the labor, only thing you can do is smile. But now he's getting a chance to really get back into coaching because his kids are getting older. So now he gets to kind of look forward for his journey in coaching.
And Madison Southern got here with win over Madison Central 34-24 in 44th District tournament play at EKU, and then defeated Berea by a score of 70-17 in the district final. Now for Western Hills in the 41st District, they defeated Great Crossing 54-53, and then were involved in another one-point game. Lost this one to Franklin County 44-43, so two very close ones in district play for Western Hills. If they're going to lose one, they lost the right one to lose the district final. I'm sure they were disappointed at that time, but that's something you can build on and take into this regional competition. But two one-point games in the district.
Well, here's the thing about the one-point games. You learn a lot about your team. You got to learn how they focus in the late parts of the game, and they learn how to make decisions. And now, from that loss in the championship, they may have gone back and saw something on the film that be able to help them for tonight's game. So those one-point losses and one-point victories, they add to your experience.
Well, we'll see how Western Hills responds after the one-point loss, but they've certainly got a vocal crowd behind them here, as will the Madison Southern team, and so it'll be a good atmosphere tonight here at EKU in game one of our doubleheader tonight. Western Hills, after those two one-point victories, they come in with a record of 19 wins and 11 losses. They have lost 3 of their last 4, but as we mentioned, been playing in some very close ball games, and that tough one in the district final against Franklin County. Head coach Jana Hughes is in her 4th season at Western Hills, a 72-60 record currently, and a 5-season career record, counting her time at West Jessamine. 21-22, and then Western Hills 2022 to present is 93-70. So, and she has earned some coaching honors. Was tied with Eric Daniels of Dunbar for the 11th Region Girls Coach of the Year by the Kentucky Association of Basketball Coaches, and the outright winner of the same award by the Lexington Herald Leader Coaches Poll. So, starting to get some recognition there and building some momentum there at Western Hills.
Well, here's the thing. They've had 4 years with Coach, and now you start to see the program flourish. When a coach get a chance to really put their fingerprint on their program, it only helps. The kids get familiar, the family gets familiar, the community gets familiar, and then you only go up from there. So she's done a great job of just building the confidence of everybody involved.
She mentioned in our pregame interview about how they may appear to freelance a bit, and they like to pick and roll, and they don't run a lot of set plays. So that's a lot of trust in your players to see the right option and read it and react to properly, isn't it?
Well, you know, the good thing about that is that means you teach your kids and you trust your kids. You have to be in practice, and you really have to make your kids learn in practice. Your practices should be so hard when they come to the game, everything just flows. So I like how she does that, because it gives them the freedom to make choices. Now in those games that they lost by 1 and won by 1, that's where that really helps them a lot, because they get to think for themselves.
I mentioned Malia Campbell, their leader, 15 points, 11 rebounds a game. She had a high point game of 29 at Grant County back on January 31st, and she'll be backed up by Bree Wolf, a 12-point-a-game scorer, 5'7" senior, who had a high point game of 26 against Boyle County back on December the 12th, and she's had 2 20-plus games this year, and she's a good three-point shooter as well. So they've got a variety of talents and a good way to use that freelance style, if that's the proper word for it.
Well, here's the one thing I do love about this game of basketball. I think you started with your point guard, and I think you also got to start it with a good inside person. And with Campbell, and look, they're going to have her for a couple of more years after this.
Yeah.
So, and then she's already getting, she already has 19 double-doubles. So she's already made her presence felt around girls basketball.
Absolutely, 6-foot sophomore, and she'll be wearing number 21 for Western Hills tonight. So keep an eye on her, and they will have to get her involved to have a good chance to win this ball game. Again, the two teams played to a 7-point difference back in December. Madison Southern's leading scorer is Lacey Sandlin. She'll be wearing number 14 in white tonight. The white uniforms, orange numerals for Madison Central tonight, and she had 30 in a game against Wayne County back in December. And mentioned Brianna Hensley as well, a double-figure scorer, and close to double figures is Cammie Dewerson, averaging just under 9 points a ball game, a 5'9" sophomore. Also Hadley French can score as well, a 5'4" senior, and 17 points is her season high this year against South Laurel. So a lot of good players to watch for, and two coaches who are getting ready to go at it here, with Juan Byers in his first year at Madison Southern. A little more experience at the current position for Jenna Hughes, the head coach at Western Hills. She's in her 4th season now. Both of them been around the game for a while, so looks to be a good matchup from that standpoint as well. The buzzer is going to sound here, and we'll get introductions and conclusion of pregame activities, and we'll be ready to go before long as we have the first of 2 tonight as Western Hills meets Madison Southern in 11th Region girls action here at EKU. And that'll be followed by Lafayette and Douglas in game 2 tonight here from the Baptist Health Arena. So we will take one final break and be back with the start of the ball game in just a moment on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
From Glycod, it's Central Kentucky High School basketball. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game is brought to you by Man o' War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School. And now, courtside for all the action from Glycod on Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man o' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man o' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Getting the introduction of the starting lineups. Maddie Armstrong, number 0 for Western Hills. Bree Wolf will wear number 1, a 5'7" senior. Number 4 is Sakota Wilder, a 5'6" senior. Aubrey Perkins, a 5'9" senior, 5.5 points, 6 rebounds a game. And Malia Campbell, the leader for Western Hills, 15 points, 11 rebounds a game. She'll be wearing number 21. And the Wolverines are coached by Jana Hughes. Now the starting lineup for the team that we designated the home team tonight, and that is Madison Southern. The Eagles coached by Juan Byers. Cami Dewerson introduced, 5'9" sophomore, averaging just under 9 points a game. Lacey Sandlin, their leading scorer, at 16 points a ball game. Brianna Hensley will wear number 15, a 5'8" sophomore. Addie Collier will wear number 21.
Lily Kirk.
Lily Kirk, the starter, and 23, 5'2" sophomore, 4 points a ball game. And the starting lineups are brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. A lot of basketball coming up, Nimbo, but it's a fun time of year, isn't it?
Hey, it's the best time of the year.
Absolutely.
Because it all counts.
It sure does. It's win or go home time now, and you got your classmates in the stands rooting for you. It's been a big time at school for these schools that are represented here. And we are just about set to go in game 1 of our doubleheader. First game officials tonight, Boyd Harris, Chris Kirby, and Mike Elliman.
This is what you play for. All year long, you work hard for this moment.
Waiting for the go sign from the officials, and we're just about there. And the tip in backcourt controlled by Western Hills. So the Wolverines will have it first. It was Wilder, and They get started on offense. Inside it goes to Campbell. That's the one they want to find, and her first shot misses, but they get the offensive board.
It looks like they're trying to establish Campbell early.
Nice pass underneath, and there's the first basket of the game.
Perkins.
2-0 the score as Western Hills breaks out on top.
They were trying to double Campbell. Perkins slid in on the backside.
First possession for Western Hills.
You know what I love? I've watched so many teams play man-to-man, and I love it. You know, you get out and you really got to learn to fight.
Getting after it here in this early going of game one of our doubleheader tonight. Nice move into the lane by Dewerson.
That was a good screen up top to get her free for that little jumper.
All even at 2. Bree Wolf handling it and firing it for Western Hills. Not there. Dewerson's got it for Madison Southern. Sees an opening, drives down the lane and gets the layup.
You can see the pace that Madison Southern wants to play at. They want to just push the ball down your throat if they can.
Bree Wolf driving and hounded over there. Then the steal by Hensley.
Look how hard they're running. Collier was running straight down the lane. They missed her.
Dewerson backs it out of there, sets things up now.
Looks like a 1-4 high.
Well, inbounds the pass. Sandlin got a little tangled up and the ball went right to Campbell. So here comes Western Hills.
Well, here's what we're going to see tonight. That extra 10 feet on this court is going to really be a factor for these teams tonight.
Good point, yeah.
So the teams, they can get out and push the pressure. They might have an advantage late.
Campbell puts up the shot as they got it to her in pretty good position. The ball's knocked out of bounds down below.
The one thing I would like to see Campbell do, if she gets the post a little deeper, if she gets deeper, she's going to be a problem.
Kara McDonald in for Western Hills. She'll put the ball in play. And it comes pass knocked away and out of bounds, and it'll go back to Western Hills. Inbounds pass in the corner.
Look at the defense.
Yeah, a little trouble over there with that defense. Here is Wilder bringing it across to the left side, but now setting things up. And the pass through the hands of Wolf and out of bounds. So the turnover gives it back to Madison Southern.
You can see the energy in Madison Southern. They're meeting their guy. I mean, their defenders on the catch. Every time at Western Hills catch the ball, they're right on them.
That's really a disruptor to the offense. There's a shot blocked by Campbell out of bounds as Dewerson tried to drive in. Ava Curtis into the ball game for Western Hills, wearing 32 in the dark uniforms. A 4-2 ball game. We've been on the 4-2 score for a while. Hensley into the middle of the lane for Western Hills, and we get the first foul of the game.
Yeah, it looks like everybody needs to just get settled in. You know, it's a longer court. The energy's high, anxiety's high. So we just got to let them get settled in, and then it looks like it's going to be a pretty good game.
It takes a little while to do that, doesn't it? The thing you don't want to do is just come out and fall behind by a big score early. Nice inbounds play to Sandlin, and Sandlin gets her first 2 of the game, and it's 6-2. Ball fumbled away for a moment, but Campbell grabbed it, put it up off the baseline. Not there, and steps are called, and that'll give it back to Madison Southern.
I do like how they're trying to get the ball in the post, but they maybe need to move the ball a little bit, get the defense moving, then go to the post.
So the Eagles come up. Leading by 4. Wilder with the defense there. Into the lane, Sandlin can't get it to go. Scooped up outside, and then the dish underneath.
That was a great pass, great look.
And the basket by Addie Collier. Her first of the game. Quick timeout for Western Hills. 8-2 the score. Madison Southern on top with 4:13 to go in the first. We'll be right back on Glycon.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Nimbo Hammonds with you, and Western Hills going to face some pressure now as they come up court. And he gets away, scramble for it, and they do complete the steal. Driving is Sandlin, missed the shot. They'll get another try off the top of the key. That is Dewerson.
I like how aggressive Madison Southern is. They're not wasting any time. They're trying to push the issue. And then that's what Western Hills is going to have to adjust to.
Sandlin picks up the foul on that play. First for her and first on the team. Yeah, so a very aggressive start has been the key to this 9-point lead. They're really putting the pressure on them.
Well, I think if you can get out and apply the pressure early, get deflections, that just gives your team some momentum.
Western Hills attacks quickly this time, and a nice basket by Bree Wolf. They needed that one.
Came at the right time for her.
11-4 now. Madison Southern on top. Dewerson, and a long one off the left wing. No good. That one too hard by Lily Kirk. And the Wolverines have it.
And, even after the miss, Madison Southern is picking them up 94 feet.
Pass goes inside, and the short jumper won't fall. Rebound followed by Campbell. She's got another try. That one goes.
Madison Southern has to do something about her because she's going to sit there and soak up the middle. Can't give her 2 and 3 shots at it because she's going to make it.
Averaging 15 points a game and 11 rebounds a game. We've seen her get a fast start in the offensive rebounding department especially. So now the lead's 5 for Madison Southern at 11-6. And the turnover. Get a foul as Madison Southern came in on the fast break. Dewerson picks up the foul.
The last 2 possessions for Western Hills have been great. They've been getting out, trying to push their own action against Madison Southern. Kind of counter-punching.
Western Hills will play it in, comes into Wilder. Short jumper by Wolf won't go. Eagles have it. In the corner, the long one from there, not good by Kirk, and the rebound knocked out of bounds, and that'll go over to Western Hills.
Been a good matchup so far. Western Hills seems like they're finally getting settled in a little bit. Last few possessions have been pretty good.
Score holds at 11-6. Western Hills on top under 2 minutes to go. Steal by Dewerson, and then a foul.
Looking like Coach Byers and the Madison Southern girls are going to try to press all game long. They want to keep this pace up and try to tire the Western Hills Wolverines out.
Second team foul on Western Hills. Shot out of the corner is not there. And Western Hills with the rebound.
Yeah, I like how they're getting out in transition a little bit. There you go.
There's the shot going by the left-hander. Wilder with the shot, and now a quick answer for Western Hills. That is Hensley. Now 14-8. Inside it goes, and two more for Western Hills. And
32.
That was Ava Curtis. Yeah. We're a little ways up here from the court, but a good view overall.
Well, here's where we're starting to see that rebound dominance against the Western Hills. You know, they're getting in that paint, and they're off to the races.
Inside, Curtis couldn't come up with that one, and now a scramble for it. Ball's on the floor, and the held ball. That'll go over to Madison Southern with 44.7 seconds to go.
You know, we had talked earlier about Western Hills in those one-point games, you know, so I don't think they're rattled by being behind some. So that experience alone may be helping them during this time.
Eagles on the attack with 35 seconds to go now. The drive into the middle, and the nice bounce pass. And the shot. That was by Collier. Makes it 16-10. They get a foul as they came up court. Anna Kate Kress for Western Hills picks up the foul. Final 17 seconds as Western Hills comes up, and the shot off the right side, no good. The follow, no good. By
second chance points.
Curtis, and now here we go with 3 seconds. 2-1, the long one let go at the horn. No good, and the score at the end of one is Western Hills 16, or Western Hills 10, and Madison Southern in front, 16-10, as we come to the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break and be back for the start of the second quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Nimbo Hammonds back with you as we start play in the second quarter. Western Hills with the ball, and then the quick turnover as they tried to go to Wolf, and out of bounds it goes. Madison Southern will have it, leading 16-10.
Well, I love how Western Hills is trying to go in the paint, and they've been successful. They just got to put it in the hole.
Sandlin had to get it back out. Dewerson drive, and now the foul. Hensley drove down the lane.
Both teams are playing hard, trying to figure it out. So this second quarter, we ought to see them settle in and see a little bit of how this game is going to go.
Hensley with the shot. 66% free throw shooter. Gives them a 7-point lead. 32 seconds into the second quarter of this 11th region game. Second one bounces around and comes out.
That 2-2-1 is really giving Western Hills a little bit of problem. They just got to take their time and get it up, just like they did on this possession right here.
Wolf over to Wilder. Hands it back to Wolf. Now Wilder again. They're looking in toward Campbell. Spin move off the baseline won't go. That'll be Curtis again, and she'll head to the line.
I love it. Now they're moving the ball, and they're making the defense move, and then they're going straight to the post.
Curtis 55% from the line on the year, sinks that one.
That's going to be key down this stretch too, making free throws, especially during this time of the year. You got to hit your free throws.
Curtis can't get the second one, and off with it is Sandlin for Madison Southern. Dewerson handles it out front.
The one adjustment I think Western Hills has made, they've been getting back on defense in transition. They haven't been letting Madison Southern get out and run a lot. They got out early a couple of times, but that was it.
Move into the lane by Hensley, but had to get rid of it. Now Sandlin. And off to Simmons, who was fouled as she went to the baseline.
That was a good rip through. Went baseline, got the foul.
Curtis picks up foul number 3.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. She's got to sit a long time now.
Shot from the middle of the lane. Won't go for Simmons, and now here comes Western Hills trailing by 6. Wolf got it back out front. Now the drive past the basket, and the shot no good, but there will be a foul. And to the line will be Aubrey Perkins.
You know, the one thing I saw Madison Southern doing is whether on makes or miss, they have 2 people up in the front trying to slow that ball down. So it looks like Coach Byers is really trying to make this a transitional game.
Perkins with the free throw. 17-12. Kirk back in the ball game for Madison Southern. Perkins fires away, missed the shot, rims out of there, and tapped outside. Looks like Western Hills will get it back.
Yeah, you on missed free throws, defense has to secure those rebounds. Second chance points come back to haunt you.
There's the move by Campbell, leaves it short. They'll get another try. Wilder fires from way outside, missed the shot, kicks long.
That was a good block out.
Kirk has it, and now Dewerson for Madison Southern. Off to Kirk, and stepped back and took the shot, made it off the free throw line.
That was a pretty move there. Drive hard, step back. Pretty move.
19-12, Madison Southern. Bree Wolf on the drive, pulls up with a jumper. Rims out of there, got her own board, and stuck it in there. Dewerson into the lane, back to Kirk, and now back to Dewerson as they set things up.
Good defense.
Into the lane she goes.
Great defense.
Yeah.
Yes, they cutting them off.
Kirk gives it to Duerson coming down the lane. She puts it in. Duerson unofficially with 9 points in the early going as it's a 21-14 lead now under 5 minutes to go, second quarter. And a steal. Scramble for it. They're on the floor. And Madison Southern's going to come out with it. Here is Sandlin coming across the line, still in a hurry down the lane and to the left side. Missed the shot. Ball's loose on the rebound. Sandlin's got it back. Here's Duerson open. Missed the shot from outside.
I love this pace.
It's good. Fun to watch. Tapped out of bounds.
Now, with them playing this pace, both teams, I want to see what it's going to look like late in the third, early in the fourth, and see how their legs are going to look. That's going to be telling story with this pace.
Coburn back in the ball game, along with Hensley for Madison Southern. They'll play it into the corner, and now Kirk will bring it out on top.
These are some tough young ladies. They're battling.
Aggressive defense as they try to spread the court. Now here's Kirk down the lane and a little bump there, and she put it up in traffic. Couldn't get the shot to fall. We get a foul as they go for the rebound.
You know, the one thing that I think Madison Southern has to do is take those mid-range shots. If you try to go up and challenge the bigs of Western Hills, they're really doing a great job of standing their ground and making it difficult for them.
Inbounds pass. Driving is Coburn and missed the shot with the left hand. Campbell up with it for Western Hills, and now they're on the attack. Along the baseline is Wolf. Got a step there. Put it up going by. That one's blocked, though.
Good defense.
Hensley got it, and now Madison Southern on the attack. Kirk with the jumper again. That one no good. Coburn right back up with it. Won't fall. Out of bounds. Madison Southern retains possession. Well, they've got a 7-point lead. We've seen Western Hills battle back a couple of times, but Madison Southern has been able to maintain that margin since very early in the game.
Yeah, they just got to they've getting the stops a couple of times. They just got to finish on the offensive end. But I love what Madison Southern's doing. They're bringing their 5 out because they're bringing Campbell out on the pick and roll. So if she doesn't come out, they have 15-footers all night.
Here's Duerson with it against Wilder. Got a shot up off the baseline. And a battle for the rebound. We'll get a foul.
These young ladies are fighting hard, both teams.
Maddie Armstrong, who went to the floor for Western Hills.
They're back in that 1-2-1-1 now. They were in a 2-2-1, Madison Southern is. Now they're in a 1-2-1-1. They're just switching up the presses. Trying to
double team, along the baseline, and then the steal by Duerson gets it to Coburn. Her shot partially blocked, and now Western Hills has it again. They'll try it again to get it up into offensive court. Western Hills defense seems to be everywhere right now. Drive down the middle. The shot is missed by Armstrong, and a battle for it over near the benches. Out of bounds to Western Hills.
I love it. I love the intensity of it.
Yeah. And as hard as they're having to play to get the ball into offensive court, they're still just down by 7. It's not like this is out of hand by any means, so they're hanging in there.
When you play this pace, you know, you can make some things happen. They just got to get back on defense to slow Madison Southern down on that transition, but they also got to take advantages of their stops so they can get out in transition.
Shot off the left side, no good. Or the right side by Kara McDonald. And
need to probably run a little bit more offense, make the defense work a little harder.
Score holding at 21-14. Clock at 2:42 in the second quarter. Quick hands by Sandlin. Batted that one back out of bounds.
Well, one thing I think they need to do for Western Hills is when you go into the post, look to kick back out for shots to start opening up that paint some.
Again, the ball knocked out of bounds. Inbounds it comes, and a shot right off the top of the key, no good. That one by Perkins, and now here comes Madison Southern, trying to build on a 7-point lead, opening off the right side. Shot no good by Simmons.
They're pushing it. I love the tempo. Western Hills needs to get a bucket right here on this possession.
Driving is Wolf, can't get it, a little short on the layup.
You know, they're getting every opportunity to be and stay in the game. They just got to finish.
Dewerson into front court for the Eagles.
You see how they run that high pick and roll.
She's open for a three, got it. Dewerson averages about 9 points a ball game, but she's exceeded that in the first quarter plus tonight. Well, there is Campbell in good position. Hard to stop there, but she missed the shot, but she'll go to the line.
Well, the one thing on the defensive end, what they're doing to Campbell, they're trying to pull her out. And if she doesn't come out of that paint, they're going to have those open jump shots all night. They're just going to have to stick them, Madison Southern, that is. And then on the defensive end, they're going to have to do something with Campbell in the post because she's making her way in there.
Malia Campbell to the line. One more try for Campbell. Her team down by 9. Gets the second one. So Campbell will leave the game now. Isis Best Allison is into the ball game. 25 in the dark uniforms for Western Hills. Driving is Dewerson, got an opening and laid it in.
They're using that high pick and roll to their advantage. And Dewerson is killing it. She's making all the right decisions.
There's Wilder trying to get an opening. Couldn't find one, but did draw the foul.
Now, I like the strategy of both teams, but I think Madison Southern's just doing a better job right now of being efficient in the half court, of finishing.
Sandlin with the foul. And the shot by Wilder is good. Sandlin goes out. I think that's her third foul.
Got a couple players on his team in foul trouble. See how that affect the game later.
Shot by Wilder is good. And 26-18 is the score. Just over a minute to go. Dewerson has had a great first half. Gets it over in the corner, but the ball hit the sideline, and it'll go back to Western Hills, so a chance for them to cut into that lead a little bit before halftime.
Well, every time we've worked together, Keith, I always talk about point guards, and I'm loving this Dewerson.
Yeah.
And she's a ball of energy.
There's a steal, and Dewerson's going to get a layup. Teamed up with Simmons, and Dewerson with 2 more. Bree Wolf working to get it up court. Does so, and took it to the lane, and then a whistle and a walk.
Got to have your head up. You had your teammate on the other side. It could have been an easy 2. Here's why I think fatigue may be a factor right now. This has been a fast-paced game.
28-18 as we come up on the final half minute of the second quarter. There's a shot off the top of the key. No good for Coburn. 15 seconds to go. Bounce pass, Best Allison had it hit the side of the board and then was fouled as it came back down.
You know, the one thing I like our view is you can see the coaches really coaching their teams. And that's one thing I've been happy about watching over this little duration of me commentating. Just seeing these coaches really dig into their players and really push them, especially during when they're having tough times.
Yeah, it's all a part of the game, and if you get a chance to watch the coaches as you're watching a game, you can see how they handle it, and sometimes they'll handle it differently depending on which player they're talking to, and sometimes they feel the need to call a timeout, other times let them play. A lot of decisions every trip down the court. Best Allison, it's both of them. That makes it 28-20. Just 9.8 seconds. Occasionally you got to have a chat with the referee, as Coach Byers did just a moment ago. And we're going to tell you a timeout here in the final seconds of the second quarter, and we'll keep it right here. 28-20 is the score, and Madison Southern again maintaining that lead. And Cammie Dewerson has been the scoring story of this first half, Nimbo.
Yes, and I'm talking about she's playing with a lot of energy. And the one thing that I like that she's doing, they're using that high screen, and they're bringing Campbell out. But, you know, Campbell's staying in the paint some, so they're getting a lot of open jump shots, or if somebody tries to help, they're getting the kick. So Madison Southern is really trying to pull them out so they can open up that lane and drive. Western Hills has done a great job as well. They just got to finish. You know, that's just where the percentage and efficiency comes into play. But like I said, we talked about earlier, it might be this court.
Under 10 seconds to go. In it comes. Hensley drives. Gets it off to Dewerson. Does she have one more? Nope, that one misses. 1 second. And that'll be it for the first half, with the score at the end of the first half of play. Madison Southern 28, Western Hills 20. We'll take a break, start our halftime report in just a moment on Glycod.
I think it's important to have a passion, because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done, because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington. Visit manofwarhd.com.
Keith Elkins along with Nimbo Hammonds from Baptist Health Arena at Eastern Kentucky University. 11th Region Girls action tonight. Kevin Maldonado is our producer. Sailor Sizemore our camera operator. And the 11th Region champion will go on to meet the 2nd Region champion in the Sweet 16. And tonight in the 2nd Region quarterfinals, Crittenden County 33, Webster County 12 in the 3rd quarter. Game 2 tonight in the 2nd Region, Christian County and Caldwell County. And Nimbo, we've seen Madison Southern jump out to the lead and maintain that 7-8 point margin throughout the first half. And Cammie Dewerson has just been superb in this first half. So if there's an individual player who's made the difference, it would seem to be her.
Well, she seems to be the catalyst. She's pushing the tempo. She's getting everybody involved, and she's applying pressure. So if you're not getting back, she's either getting to the rim or she's pulling up for the jumper or she's dishing. So, but what I do think is, I think Madison Southern, I think Western Hills did a great job of getting back, but they have to now figure out what they're going to do with the high pick and roll with Campbell involved. That's going to be something they have to make some counters or some counters when they come out for the 3rd quarter.
Western Hills down by 8 at the half, but again, as we saw, they had numerous opportunities to cut into that lead, so they're still very much in it. And as you said, Campbell will have to play a role as we move into the 2nd half. She's averaging 15 points, 11 rebounds a game, and so she's always going to be a big part of what they do.
Well, here's the thing. I think they game plan, and they've really worked the game plan well. They're getting out, they're getting the shots that they want to get, but sometimes, the ball just doesn't fall. But if I'm coach, I'm telling them, keep going, because eventually they fall. But now on the defensive end is where they need to really step it up. They need to start trying to create some turnovers, get some deflections, and get some easy buckets.
It's 28-20 is the score, and we invite you to, it's in favor of Madison Southern over Western Hills, and we invite you to visit glycod.com for information about our live postseason basketball coverage, and check out our Tournament Central page for updates on all the action. Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics. We'll take a break, be right back with more in a moment on Glycod.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Just about set for the second half of game one of our doubleheader. Madison Southern on top of Western Hills at this point, 28-20. And Nimble, we've talked a little bit about it, but sum it up for us. What do you think these coaches have gotten across to these players in this brief time that they have with them at halftime?
If I'm Coach Byers, I'm saying keep pressing the issue, keep getting deflections, keep pressing. That has worked for them so far, so don't change that. If I'm Western Hills, you still keep pounding the ball in the paint, but I think they need to move the ball a little bit more and really start finishing around there. And then take transition opportunities when they get those opportunities. They got to take it.
About to get underway in the third quarter. Lafayette and Douglas to follow tonight on the doubleheader here on Glycon. Game officials in this first one: Boyd Harris, Chris Kirby, Mike Elliman.
I'm really going to pay attention to the foul trouble for Ava Curtis for Western Hills. That was big. She had 3 early, so we'll see how that affects them down the stretch.
Western Hills with the first possession. There's Sandlin into the middle, trying to bounce pass along the baseline. Wilder has it for Western Hills. And the shot off the right side by Armstrong. Not good. The rebound by Sandlin.
They got exactly what they wanted, though.
Down the middle. And there's another layup for Dewerson. She's almost got to be a little surprised at how open she is when she drives down the middle.
Well, the one adjustment I would make if I'm coach, I'm going to sign somebody to her. I'm going to find her. Every time they get the ball, I'm going to have them right on her. You can't give her any room.
Campbell with the miss and Sandlin with the rebound. 10-point margin for the Eagles of Madison Southern. Just underway in the second half. A minute gone in the third quarter.
When you have somebody that's really pushing their team, you might have to sign 2 or 3 people at them. Give her different looks.
Dewerson pulls up and fires. Missed that one, but we got a foul on the rebound as Collier brought it down. Armstrong with the foul, her second, and the team's first in the third quarter.
The one thing I'm going to be paying attention to is the best conditions, and that's what's going to show down the last quarter. we'll start seeing who gets tired. We see who can fight through. We'll start seeing a lot of things.
Armstrong tipped the pass out of bounds as Kirk tried to come in. The shot no good by Brianna Hensley.
Good defense.
Dakota Wilder, and there's Wolf. Got a nice look in the middle of the lane, but missed the shot.
Well, see, the last 2 times they've gotten what they wanted, they just haven't made it.
Yeah, Bree Wolf had a good look at it from right in front of the basket that time, about 8-10 feet out. Dewerson hands it off to Sandlin into the lane. And then gets it back outside. Hensley missed the three-point try. Here come the Wolverines, down by 10.
I just think Western Hills has done a great job. They've limited them to 1 shot.
Nice drive by Wilder.
And that's the first one they've scored on. They did a great job. 3 straight stops, only 1 finish. They just got to do a better job of finishing around that paint.
Tried to bounce pass at the top of the key, but that one's deflected. And Wolf had the steal, and Wolf had knocked it away, and then Armstrong couldn't hold on. Now Dewerson has it for Madison Southern.
The one thing I would do is try to keep Dewerson on the sideline. Keep her on the sideline. Anytime they let her use that high, look at it. She's got another elbow shot. Boom.
Yep, there it is. There it is. Dewerson with 2 more, 16 unofficially in the first half. Now a steal, missed by Hensley. And Madison Southern can't score on that trip. Here is Wilder driving for Western Hills. Missed the shot. Campbell battles for the rebound, puts it back up and in. They need a lot more of that.
Yes. Like I say, every attempt, I love they're getting their attempts. They just got to put it in the hole.
Here's Hensley with a long one and a good one from the right side.
Madison Southern is steadily applying pressure. They kind of remind me of Frederick Douglass.
Now a steal. Dewerson got it to Hensley, and now Dewerson has it back. Hensley will try again. There's another.
Dewerson.
We'll get a timeout for Western Hills. That comes with 4:18 to go in the third. The score, Madison Southern 38, Western Hills 24. And we'll be right back on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people. But Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt affordable. Flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Are back, and it is 38-24. Madison Southern with the lead and applying some pressure now in backcourt. Wilder heads up to front court. There's the trap.
They've done a great job of getting out of it.
But the shot off the baseline by Curtis.
They're going to need her to start stepping it up and finish some.
Curtis picks up 2, 38-26. It can really wear you down facing that defense time after time, can't it, when you have to bring the ball up?
Yeah, that's why you have to finish. You have to, so you keep that energy, that momentum, because when you don't finish, it takes a lot out of you.
Dewerson bounces inside. Back outside it comes. Hensley in and out, and the rebound to Campbell. Here's Wilder on the run for Western Hills. Shot blocked. Hensley comes out of there with it for Madison Southern.
I think this pace is really wearing on Western Hills.
In the corner, the drive along the baseline by Sandlin. Got in some trouble, but cleared it away. Here's Dewerson again. This one short.
Western Hills needs to slow down. Get a good shot this time down.
They go to Campbell along the baseline. She is fouled as she puts it up.
It's a great pace, but it looked like Madison Southern is really thriving in that pace. Western Hills seems like they're getting a little sluggish, but they got to slow down. Only push it when you need to push it. You don't have to get into the track meet with Madison Southern.
Campbell's free throw rolls off. Kirk back in the ball game for Madison Southern. Campbell's next try is good. Simmons off in the corner.
Right now it's a good time for Western Hills to try to lock in and get something going. Dorson's out. I don't think they'll play at the same pace with Dorson out, Madison Southern that is. So Western Hills needs to try to take advantage of this right now.
You get it to Sandlin. There's a shot from the middle of the lane by Simmons, comes up short. Wolverines had a break for a moment, but didn't have the advantage.
Got to be patient. They need to just play their game. Don't get caught up into Madison Southern.
Wolf got it over into the corner. Now the bounce pass into Campbell. And the shot off the left side. Good by Curtis.
You know, she was one of the key factors I thought about in the first half, just because she got in foul trouble.
Lead is back into single digits at 9 as we go into the 2-minute mark of the third quarter.
Yes.
And some trouble there and scramble for the ball.
You know, the one thing that if I'm coach at Western Hills, what I'm looking for right now is trying to eliminate Dorson. If I can somehow take her out of what's going on in their offense, you can see they can make runs. They have slowed down considerably since she's been on the bench.
Now Simmons got into some trouble handling the ball that time, and now Western Hills on the offense. Driving is Wolf. Nice reverse. Can't get the shot to fall, but she will get some free throws as Simmons picks up the foul. Second one on the team in the third quarter. Minute 30 to go. 38-29. Madison Southern looking to advance in the regional. There's Bree Wolf with the free throw. Here's Dewerson back in for Madison Southern, and along with Hensley.
They need to be attached to her. Try to keep her out of this game. Keep her playing on the sideline. Don't let her get to the middle.
2 for 2 from the line. The lead's back to 7. Dewerson looking for room, puts it up off the run, hits it.
She's feeling good tonight. You can see the energy in her. You can see it.
That time scoring off the drive. We've seen her open from outside and hitting. There's a nice drive by Wolf, but just couldn't complete the shot. And the score remains 40-31. Under a minute to go. Third quarter. Cammie Dewerson, what a game she's having tonight. Into the corner it goes. Sandlin's shot, no good. Rebound fought for. Wolf comes up with it for Western Hills, then lost control for a moment, and it'll be Madison Southern's ball.
It just seems like Madison Southern are they just a half a second faster right now. You know, Western Hills needs to make another stretch and a strong run over this next quarter.
Here's Hensley with the long one, in and out. And the rebound put back up and in on the follow by Collier. The lead back to 11, inside to Campbell. She is fouled as she goes up with it. Sandlin picks up her 3rd foul. Campbell with 2 free throws. Just under 25 seconds left in the 3rd.
And they're still just hanging around. You know, that's the one thing about them. They're still hanging around. And, you know, and they may have to start making sure they focus in on the defensive end. They continue to have to stop them, but they got to finish on the offensive end. They're doing a great job.
Second shot won't go. But they'll get another try. Wilder.
Got to stick it.
Donald couldn't make the shot, and now coming down to 10 seconds to go. The shot off the right side.
They got lucky.
Missed try, and now back and forth we go. A desperation shot at the end, and that one won't go. And a good look at the basket by Anna Kate Kress a moment ago, but couldn't get the shot to fall. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter with a score. Madison Southern 42 and Western Hills 32. We'll be back with the 4th quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Baptist Health Arena at EKU, 11th region action. Madison Southern and Western Hills going into the 4th quarter, 42-32. Madison Southern with the lead, and they will have the ball to start things off as Kirk gets it in.
They need to keep Dorson out of the middle of the paint. Get the ball out of her hands. Good job.
Coburn tried the bounce pass underneath, almost got it stolen, but she got it back and had a good look for a jumper, but missed. Western Hills having trouble getting it up court. Now they're in offensive court with Wilder.
They got to get in position to pass through the traps. They're trying to dribble through it, and it's making it tough. Ooh. Madison Southern has gone to a 1-3-1.
There's Wilder with a long shot, and it's in, and that's 3 for Western Hills. 3 for Wilder.
The one thing I was just thinking about is who's going to step up for Western Hills. They need somebody to kind of lead them down this stretch.
Leads just 7 points now, and the ball out of bounds, and it'll go over to Western Hills. Been talking a lot about Duerson, and she had 16 points in the first half, 7 of 11 field goal attempts as I look at the stats, and 2 out of 3 on 3-point tries. So she has certainly been the catalyst tonight for Madison Southern in this game, and has 20 points now. Here's the turnaround shot by Sandlin, won't go. Western Hills with an opportunity, and Duerson had an opportunity for the steal there, just couldn't control it. Ball went out of bounds, and it'll go back to Western Hills.
You know, that's one thing that we talked about with Western Hill having all those hard games. This has helped them because they're still fighting.
So they'll have it in play along the sideline. Perkins plays it in. Campbell double teamed in there, got it to Curtis, and there's a foul.
Curtis and Wilder need to really make some plays coming down the stretch, because if they do, they'll open up that one-on-one for Campbell. They've done a great job so far. You just got to do more. You got 6 minutes to make it work.
Curtis short on the first free throw. Sandlin leaves. Second shot in there, and it's a 6-point margin.
Madison Southern needs to get something here.
Driving is Duerson. Shot is short, but a whistle and a foul.
I like what Coach did the last couple of possessions when they tried to get the ball out of Duerson's hands. They didn't do that time, and then she gets to the free throw line. If I'm coach, that's what I'm trying to do. Trap, get it out of her hands. Make somebody else beat you.
43-36. And 22 for Duerson tonight. Wolf trying to go into Campbell and does, and there's the basket. Western Hills not going away in this one.
And they've been chipping away. They've been right there. There you go.
Duerson got it to Hensley.
I love this right here.
Nearly double teamed over there in the corner. The shot off the side, and that is Simmons with the three. And she will go to the line for a chance at a 4-point play. What a big swing that is.
Such a bad break for Western Hills, because they had done everything right. And then that was a big three by Avery Simmons.
Simmons, a 5'8" freshman, stands up and makes it a 4-point play.
That was big for Madison Southern. Needed that too.
48-38, under 6 minutes to go. A good one in the first game of our doubleheader tonight, with Douglas and Lafayette to follow. Inside, there's a basket by Curtis.
Yeah, I like Curtis. They got to get the ball out of Duerson's hands, and that's what Coach is doing. They're trying to.
Got a screen, drove, tried to get the pass along the baseline to Simmons. Couldn't handle it. Now down 8. Here comes Western Hills.
Western Hills needs to get another good shot right now. Be patient. Get what you want.
Wilder over on the right side. Now here is Campbell out near the free throw line.
Campbell needs to get deeper. Get deeper.
They're looking for her in there. Wolf is looking in. Now she gets it to her. Campbell along the baseline, has to go back out, and the ball gets away. Will they get a hand on it? It'll go to Madison Southern.
Now Campbell has some great hands, but one thing that she needs to do is be patient, because they're trying to double team so she can pass out of it. Get them some open looks from that three.
Duerson tracked by Wolf. In the corner all alone is Kirk. Nails the three.
Wow. Wow, what a smart team. You know, they went for the trap and they found the open player.
There's Wilder with a long one and another three. Now a quick timeout. That comes with 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter. 51 for Madison Southern, 43 for Western Hills. 8-point lead for the Eagles. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins and Imbo Hammonds back with you from Baptist Health Arena at Eastern Kentucky University. Western Hills down by 8. Nimbo with 4 minutes and 11 seconds left, so time to make a push here. I mean, they're still very much in it, but they've got to make a push.
Well, here's the thing. I like everything that they've done tonight. They just haven't shot the ball, efficiently. But they've done everything well. They've made the proper adjustments. They just got to now finish.
Nice bounce pass from Hensley, and the basket for Western Hills, or for Madison Southern, makes it 53-43 as Addie Collier got the 2. Wolf driving into the lane, puts it up and in.
I like this. I like this Western Hills team. They fight. They fight.
Dewerson driving, gets a step, goes into the lane. There's Kirk open again. Hits another one.
Boy, Dewerson. Dewerson has put on a show tonight.
Campbell along the baseline. Can't get it to fall. Did get it back, though.
Campbell's got a post.
With the lead at 11. Driving is Wolf, and she was fouled as went along the baseline. Dewerson with the foul. Just her second, though. And a second on the team in this fourth quarter. Bounce pass inbounds, gets away. Collier came up with it, and now here is Dewerson.
Smart play, slowing the play down.
Down the middle she goes, and it drops in for her. Of course it does.
Hey, this young lady has really showed that she can play this game.
Wilder looking it over for Western Hills. McDonald. Now the shot from the corner. Too long by Wolf. Now we get a foul as they battle for it. Kirk picks up the foul. And bounce pass to Wilder. Coming up on the 2-minute mark now, a 13-point margin. So Madison Southern has gone a long way toward wrapping this one up. Hensley went for the steal.
Well, they need to make a run right now. Like I think we've talked about it before. I always used to preach to my teams, 3 stops in a row, 3 stops in a row, and get off to the races. If you can get you 2 out of those 3s, 2 out of 3 of those attempts, and you make them, then you give yourself a chance to get a momentum swing. You got to really get after it right now if you're Western Hills.
Collier committed the foul, and she will leave the lineup now. And now we're going to get a timeout for Madison Southern with 2:01 to go. 58-45 the score. Madison Southern on top of Western Hills. We'll be right back on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
2:01 to go, 58-45 the score. Madison Southern leading Western Hills, and as you've pointed out, Nimbo, it's been a lot of times Western Hills has done everything but put the ball in the basket. They just can't quite complete the play, and if they could, this would be a lot closer, wouldn't it?
Well, you know, I can't knock the game plan. They've executed well. It's just the finish, and sometimes it's just the way the ball bounces. But the one thing I do like about them is they have not stopped fighting all night long.
Right.
They've been clawing and clawing and clawing, and it just shows because they're still in this game. They just got to make a little burst to see what they can do in these last 2 minutes.
For Madison Southern, of course, we talked about Duerson's offensive night, but they've applied a lot of defensive pressure as this game has gone along, too, and that's helped them, hasn't it?
Yeah, they press, miss, or make, and then she's kept the pace high.
Finally get it into McDonald in the corner. Going for Curtis. Ball's tapped away. Perkins came up with it. And driving is Perkins, and she'll go to the line.
Just the right play. Now you try to get your 2 points without the clock moving. You got to be aggressive.
So 2 shots coming for Aubrey Perkins, 5'9" senior, averaging about 5.5 points a game. Had a 17-point game against Madison Central earlier this year. A little too hard with that one.
Got to make all these down the stretch, especially while like I say, while that clock's not moving. You work so hard to get there, got to finish.
Second shot, good. Campbell back in the ball game for Western Hills. And now they'll pressure the ball with 1:44 to go. Duerson in backcourt. Got rid of it to Simmons and up ahead to Sandlin.
The one thing I would do is deny Duerson. They're letting her catch the ball too easy. She's too dangerous. You let her just catch the ball.
Sandlin gets a step, goes to the baseline. They're in no hurry, but now there is a shot, and a good one by Kirk. Lily Kirk, another 3.
You know, they've done a great job of just being patient and getting what they want. Coach Byers' team has been well coached tonight.
A minute to go and a 15-point lead, so Madison Southern is going to play again. Inside it goes to Campbell. Missed the shot from in close, and then on a battle for the rebound, we'll get a foul against Hensley of Madison Southern.
Madison Southern has executed well tonight. The game plan was to get out in transition, and that's what they did. Cause havoc, get deflections, and they've done that. They've made Western Hills just work.
Lead at 14 now with 50.6 to go. Perkins connects on the second. 61-48. Madison Southern trying to wrap this one up. Here is Duerson in front court.
I like this young lady.
There's a long one by Simmons. And the rebound, Bree Wolf has it in a hurry for Western Hills. Down the right side of the lane, puts it up going by, and she is fouled. That comes with 26 seconds to go.
Again, Western Hills doesn't have to hang their head for anything. I think they played well tonight. And just like you say, sometimes that ball just doesn't go in, but it doesn't define how hard they work. You know, they've looked good. They've got the shots that they needed. They just didn't fall.
61-49. Western Hills seeing its first regional action for a while. It's their first 11th region tournament appearance since 2016.
good experience.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing you take away from this, you're building your program. You got one step closer.
Absolutely.
And Coach can't hang her head because I think they did everything that she asked. We saw it. It just didn't go in the basket tonight.
So now with 26 seconds left, it'll be Madison Southern advancing to meet the winner of the Lafayette Douglas game, which follows this one. "14 seconds. Dewerson just dribbling and now goes in and back out away from the basket. 3 seconds, 2. And there is the horn. And it's a 61-50 final. Madison Southern wins it, and they will go on to meet the winner of the Lafayette Douglas game, which is coming up in just a few minutes. The final score, Madison Southern 61, Western Hills 50. And we will take a break and be right back on Black Eye.
At Central Equipment, we're a family, and that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Between games now at Eastern Kentucky University's Baptist Health Arena. And the first game goes to Madison Southern over Western Hills tonight, and 61-50 was the final. And Nimbo, we saw the Western Hills team play very hard, do the things, as you said, that they thought they needed to do, and just couldn't quite finish some shots, and that may have made the difference in this game. And of course, on the Madison Southern side, Cammie Dewerson, what a game tonight.
Well, for Western Hills, I give hats off to Coach and how she had them prepared to come here tonight and play hard. Again, sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but it's a stepping stone to building that program. Now, on the side with Madison Southern, man, they executed. They got out and did what they needed to do, and they controlled the game the way they wanted to control the game defensively. And, and Coach Byers should be happy.
Well, Madison Southern moves on. Unofficially, Cammie Duerson with 22 points tonight. And so she has had a big night, one of her big nights of the season for Cammie Duerson, the 5'9" sophomore. She did have a 34-point game against Madison Central back on December 12th, so not her biggest night of the season. I can imagine her getting 34, though, can't you?
Oh, yeah, she fills it up pretty fast.
Yeah.
The one thing about the young lady, I like her energy, and she made them run. If they want to get shots up, they have to run with her, and that's one thing she did. She led by her pace, and then she made the right decisions. I love the counter by using the high ball screen, and she milked it all night long and made the right choices. So I enjoyed watching her play tonight.
Yeah, you talked about making the right choices, and we talked a little bit in the pregame about how Western Hills likes to run a lot of pick and roll, but of course that leaves it up to the players then to get the situation in hand and know where the ball should go after that, whether it's a shot or a pass to the player who made the pick. And it seemed like Duerson it was often her own number that she was making the choice on, but it was the right choice. I'm running it just the way you're supposed to run it.
Well, and that goes to coaching, and that goes to scouting. Sometimes you got to know when to put things in, and one thing about the scouting, and you go out and you try to execute. And one thing Coach Byers did tonight, they learned how to isolate Campbell in the post, so they had to make a choice, and they never really recovered from that.
Well, the final was 61-50, and it was 28-20 Madison Southern at halftime. They pushed it out, but not until late, and it was Western Hills with a chance, and again just couldn't convert the opportunities to continue to put the pressure on Madison Southern, but they did get close, got within 6 in the second half, and looked like they might have a chance to cut it further. But once Madison Southern had a chance to get that lead out there a little bit, they did, and took advantage of their opportunities and went on to an 11-point win here tonight. Now, in this second game, we'll be talking a lot more about that as we move along. But Lafayette and Douglas getting ready to go at it in the second game, and not so much a scouting report on the second game, Nimbo, but how would you see Madison Southern shaping up against either of these teams? There's a lot of quickness, especially on the Douglas team.
Well, if it comes down to Douglas, their styles are similar, so that's going to be really, good fun to watch if that happens. On the other ends, I know Coach Denton, and I know Coach Wills over at Lafayette, and I know how they teach, how hard they coach. So I'm going to see how well Lafayette plays and deals with Douglas tonight, and then make that judgment call later.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got a long way to go. A lot of basketball to be played before that game would come up, and Lafayette and Douglas have to battle it out here in our second game of our doubleheader tonight. The winner of this region will go on to meet the second region winner, and in the second region of the quarterfinals of the second region, Crittenden County has beaten Webster County 57-20. That's a final, and so Crittenden County advances. Christian County and Caldwell County will be coming up next, and again, the second region winner will meet the 11th region winner when we get to Rupp Arena in a few days. But up next, it's Lafayette and Douglas. We'll continue with our post-game report in just a moment here on Glycott.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks.
All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Eastern Kentucky University Baptist Health Arena, and we are between games of our doubleheader. Frederick Douglass and Lafayette coming up in just a few minutes. Tonight's most outstanding players are built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. As we look back on the first game, Nimbo, let's go with our Western Hills most outstanding player. We thought Sakota Wilder had a good game tonight.
Well, the one thing about it, she never quit fighting, and she kept trying to lead her team. She kept working, and that's what you want. They never, they never fought, they never stopped fighting, and she kept leading the way and kept going to the end till the buzzer sounded. So that's all you can ask for.
There's a lot of effort on the part of Western Hills tonight. They never gave up, as you said, and I noticed Wilder a couple of times after facing all that pressure, bringing the ball up. When she got an opportunity, she was ready to go full speed when there was a break there.
Yes. And that's the one thing, you just want to keep the energy, keep the mindset, and, they got something to build on from there.
Okay. And our most outstanding player for Western Hills is Sakota Wilder, and for Madison Southern, Cammie Dewerson, just a sensational game tonight.
Hey, she was a little injured that could. Yeah. Hey, she made it work for Madison Southern tonight. I enjoyed watching her play. I'm talking about she controlled the game, and, I love her energy, and, she was fun to watch, but she made everybody follow suit. So that's what I love about her leadership tonight.
And we're going to get Madison Southern coach Juan Byers. We'll do that right now. We'll get Coach Byers to come over, and Nimbo will have a chance to chat with him, and I'll hand off the headset. Let's do that.
Yeah, we get Coach in here real quick. Coach, how are you, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you right off the top, man. First of all, I'm happy that you got in the position this year, and it shows because your energy was really flowing through these girls tonight. And I saw you down there coaching your girls, and it was really good seeing you down there.
It's all God, man. We all have to wait our time. Some people get opportunities early, and some people get opportunities late in life. But whenever your opportunity comes, you try to make the best of it. I have really just a great, and I do mean great group of girls. They come hard, work hard every single day without complaining, regardless if it's a recovery day, watching film, learning to scout, knowing our opponents, and they just working very hard.
Well, let's go to Dorson. I'm going to tell you something. I became a fan tonight. The young lady plays with so much energy, and I thought it might be a problem on this floor, how long it was, the extra 10 feet. But, man, she never slowed down. Nah. She's the catalyst to your team, and she made every right decision.
Yeah, Deuce is just different. She does whatever it takes for us. Like in the district championship, she had 9 steals. She's gotten close to a triple-double a couple times this year. But tonight we told her that with the big girl, Campbell's just a monster down there, and we knew that they were going to play drop coverage. And I told her, as soon as you come off, baby, you're gonna have a field day. So we just got to get you to shoot the basketball, and we'll live with the results.
And that right there is one thing that we saw early, that high pick, that high screen where she stayed in the post, and she just pulled up and hit that jumper, or she made the right play every time. So that was what I was happy about, a young person making the right plays, and she made them every time. Yeah, every single time. See, we've been working on her with that. You would think that she's a senior, but she's a sophomore, and she's a young sophomore at that. So, she just started driving. Wow. So we messed with her about being young and just learning on the fly. And, she's just one of those kids that comes to work every single day, got a great family, great support system. And she just came out today and just, carried us because she did her job. Coach, now, how do you get them amped up for the next game? You know what I mean? Because now this first one was so high energy, so much. How do you get them to come back and repeat that same performance? Coach, they don't know no better. Right. They just young. Right. They learning on the fly. And every last one of these young ladies have been sponges. So, they always said that, when someone imitates you, that's the greatest form of flattery. And they got me, they got Coach Bo, they got this Coach Lee, Coach Bree. They mock us all the time, and we catch them. So it's funny when it's not you. Yes, so yes. I laugh. Yes. We laugh all the time. But they just do an amazing job. They come to work every day, and we got some time off, and we're going to see who we got. Well, Coach, good luck on Friday. We'll be here to see you. And, man, we enjoyed you tonight. It was a great game. I appreciate it. Shout out to my girls, Bree, C, Novi, Jalen. I did this for y'all. We did this for y'all. So hopefully you can make it to the next one, or at least see the next one. Because, the girls are at college. They may be working right now. Thanks, Coach. Yes, sir. Good luck. All right. Proud of you.
We'll go to a break now and be right back with more on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
We are back at Eastern Kentucky University, the Baptist Health Arena, a beautiful facility here, recently renovated, and getting ready for Game 2 in our regional doubleheader tonight, 11th Region Girls action. We opened with a 61-50 victory for Madison Southern over Western Hills in the opener. And now, Nimbo, let's turn our attention to the second game here as we have Lafayette against Frederick Douglass, and this Douglass team at 21-7. They've got one of the outstanding players in the region in Jaylee Knowles, and she will wear number 23 in the white uniforms tonight. A high point game of 28 this year, 8 double-doubles. She's well over 1,000 points, nearing 1,500 for her career. 2025 and 2026 all 11th region, and 2026 11th region player of the year in the Herald Leader coaches poll. So lots of credentials, and she truly is an outstanding player.
Well, here's the thing about Douglass. You know, we watched them in the regional, in the district, and they really didn't have to really use her a lot. And she was in the games and everything, but they had so many other people step up. So it's kind of easier on her to do her thing because they have so many other weapons as well.
Yeah, Jaylee Knowles will lead the way for Douglass, and certainly is the presence out there on the court. 53% from the field this year, 13.5 points a game, and 7 rebounds a game. But they've got some others who make them go as well. And MK Bennett is a fun player to watch. She really makes the Broncos go. A 5'6" senior, and she's had some college offers, 10.3 points a game and 3 rebounds a game, and she will have the ball in her hands a lot.
Well, we talk about guards, and then I watched her the last game they played, I guess, in the championship game, and she did everything on defense, offense, and everything. And then when I questioned could she shoot, she pulled up and shot the jumper and didn't hit nothing but the bottom of the net. So the young lady can do it all for them.
And Coach DJ Moberly has some good players who you might consider as role players, but certainly could break out at any time if scoring night wouldn't surprise you. But Reagan Gregonis and Miami King are players who have seen a lot of action this year, a lot of key action. And he's got some people he can come in with off the bench, too. So he's got a fairly deep team.
Yes, and, you know, we still haven't mentioned Wade.
Tamia Wade, yeah.
You know, they have a lot of good secrets, a lot of young people. So it's almost like pick your poison because at any given time, all of them have star power.
Yeah, Tamia Wade, a 5'8" freshman who has already seen considerable varsity action in her career. She's averaging 10 points and 3 rebounds a game, so watch for her, too, number 4 in white tonight. Tamia Wade for Coach DJ Moberly's Frederick Douglass Broncos. Of course, on the Lafayette side, veteran coach Allison Denton in her 25th season, and the longest tenured coach in Fayette County, and season number 25. She played at Dunbar and at Carson Newman in college. back in the late 90s, and then was freshman girls coach at Dunbar for one season, and now at Lafayette in her 25th year. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but that's her tenure, and she's still, to say the least, going strong.
Coach Denton's a tough young lady. I remember a few years back, maybe about 10 years ago, I was training one of her young ladies, and I walked in the gym, and she looked at me like I was crazy, like, why are you in my gym? But I had to quickly explain myself. So with that type of intensity, you can only imagine how she's going to have these girls ready to play.
And one of the leaders on the Lafayette team is her daughter, Anna Clay Denton. She'll wear number 22, and she is a 5'5" senior, and look for her to be, in fact, the coach. Her mom says that she needs to be a coach on the floor, a real leader out there.
Well, when you in-house, you know, it's kind of expected. That's what I expected out of my boys. They both played for me. They both played point guard, and I know in her house they get lessons all day long, so it never goes away. At the breakfast table, at the dinner table, on the car ride home. So they expect a lot out of her because she gets a lot of information firsthand.
And let's go with your game plan, Nimbo, real quickly here. As tonight's game plan is built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home.
Well, we'll go with Lafayette first. They need to control the tempo. You can't try to get into a track meet with Frederick Douglass, so they need to play their own game. They need to do a lot of defensive rebounding, because if they don't, Douglass will hit the glass hard. And then they need Denton to be that leader for them. Kind of lead them when they have troubled times, to be vocal, lead them with the energy. So that's what they're going to need tonight to be successful.
And what about Douglass? They would come in here, I would think, as a favorite, but what do they need to do to avoid the upset tonight by Lafayette?
Push the pace. They like to play in transition a lot, so we can expect them to be up defensively, trying to get deflections to keep it a track meet. They also need to create turnovers out of those presses. They like to press all game long on miss or make, so they need to get a lot of deflections. And then they got to keep their composure during tough times. If they start turning the ball over, or if it goes, the momentum kind of switches, they just need to play through those moments.
And tonight's game plan built by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. They're the right decision for your home. And this broadcast is copyrighted by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, video, and audio without the express written permission of the KHSAA is prohibited. So the buzzer sounds, and we are getting ready for introductions of the lineups for this second game. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family. Lafayette will be in the red uniforms tonight, Douglass in the white. And we'll get the introduction of the starters in just a moment. Lafayette 21-10 on the year. Runners up in the 43rd district.
This is a special game. Ironically, you know, I know DJ. We've grown up together. We played for the same high school guy, Coach Bobby Washington at Bryan Station. And the funny thing is Jed, who coached us, is now at Lafayette. So,
yeah, and here's Amari Owens being introduced. McKinley Emerson, number 14 for Lafayette. Madison Combs. Anna Clay Denton. Skylar Davis. She's a good shooter. Watch out for her. She's a 5'6" junior. 8 points, almost 6 rebounds a game. Again, Denton, the floor leader. So those are starters for Lafayette tonight. Reagan Gregonis being introduced as we get to the Douglass starters. Tamia Wade, Gregonis, a 5'8" senior. Wade, a 5'8" freshman. Peyton Okerley, a 5'8" junior and a good rebounder. Jaylee Knowles. And also McKaylee M.K. Bennett for the Douglass Broncos. Broncos 21-7 on the season under head coach DJ Moberly, and we are just about set to go for game 2 tonight. Again, Madison Southern, a 61-50 winner over Western Hills in game 1. Here come the Broncos, and we'll get set for the jump. Ready to go, and we are underway. Douglas will get the first possession. Here is Oakerly. Finds Gregonis over on the right wing.
Oh, it looks like Lafayette's in a 1-3-1 start out. So
inside, they try to go to Knowles, but the pass is picked off as Combs made the interception. Denton got into some trouble down there, but got it to Skylar Davis, and there's the opening basket. Douglas in a hurry the other way. Driving shot by Wade, a little too long, or Oakerly rather, a little too long, and she got it back momentarily, but it's taken away. Denton for Lafayette comes across the line.
This is going to be interesting. Two well-coached teams.
Shot by Denton out of the corner. Bounces off the rim, and the rebound to Knowles. Jaylee Knowles can take it end to end if the opening is there. A shot off the top of the key, and Wade has a three.
You know, the one thing that they have to do is what Lafayette has to do. They have to get back there, get to the shooters, because they're going to push it in transition. But if everybody's not back, they will find the open person to get that shot up.
Well, following the three by, I thought it was a three, they don't have a score up for Douglas as yet, so we'll see what the delay is for. Comes with 6:45 to go in the first. Skylar Davis scored the opening bucket for Lafayette. It looked like Wade had a three, but we'll see what the official decision is, the official result. And we're going to continue the conference now. Our officials in this second game: Jim Tackett, Chris Hogue, and Jordan Hogue.
Yeah, I thought it was a three myself.
So the players take the opportunity to huddle up around the coaches as the discussion goes on very early in the ball game. Now I'll call him back out. And they do put a three up for Douglas. And it's 3-2. Frederick Douglass on top, as Lafayette now will put it in play to go the full length of the court.
Yeah, they're going to 1-2-2, three-quarter court.
Driving hard is Combs, but lost it. Here is Bennett out in front, goes under, lays it up, and too hard. Lafayette gets it back, so they escape the points off turnover there.
That was a smart play.
Now there's another steal. Wade goes to Bennett. Inside it goes. There's Oakerly open. Missed the shot. Knowles has the rebound. Sticks it in there. Jaylee Knowles with the two-pointer, and now it's 5-2 Douglas.
You know, Lafayette seems to do well with this press. It was a good, like she got pushed.
Yeah, Combs was bumped as she took it into the lane. Foul on Oakerly. First on her, first on the team. And it was Owens at the line.
Both teams seems to be focused in. They seem to be executing. I know the press for Douglas hasn't seemed to bother Lafayette yet, but we'll see. It's still early in the game.
Amari Owens gets them both, 5'8" freshman. Makes it 5-4. Douglas on top. The short one by Knowles. Hit the front of the rim. Lafayette going the other way. And the pass sails out of bounds. He was going for Owens, and Owens was expecting something else there. Didn't see the ball coming.
Well, yeah, no, you always got to have your eyes up, especially when you're running a break and you want to advance the ball. You got to always keep your eyes on that ball.
I think that may be part of the message that Coach Denton is delivering now, as Owens has a spot on the sideline for the moment. There's Miami King operating inside. She puts it in. She has given Douglas a lot of good minutes off the bench this year.
You know, Lafayette's running that 1-3-1, so I'm going to see how it affects Douglas all night.
Nice shot from the side. That is McKinley Emerson. 7-6. There's Gregonis, a good shot from outside, and she drains it.
Well, it looks like a chess match right now. Everybody's really making the right moves.
Now a steal. Ahead to Bennett, and she goes under for the layup. Another one by Emerson from the side. Again, a good touch.
Was that a 2?
It was a 2, yes. Okay, so we've got a timeout, and the Broncos take a timeout with 4:34 to go in the first. The score, Douglas 12 and Lafayette 8. We'll be right back on Blackout.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
(12-8) Douglas out to the early lead with 4:29 to go in the first.
Lafayette still in that 1-3-1.
Bennett driving. And there is King along the baseline. Another nice drive and a basket for King.
This young lady is steady. The games that I've watched her, she has done her job every night.
5'10" senior. Emerson had it knocked away for a moment. Gets it back to Owens. Drive by Denton, missed the shot though as she reversed and took the short jumper. It's out of bounds and it'll go over to Douglas.
You know, Lafayette want to keep this a half-court game and slow it down, so they're not even looking to press.
Mia Carr in the ball game for Douglas, wearing 1 in white. There she is in the corner, fires away, hits it.
Wow.
Ready to play.
It's next man up. Anytime you get on the floor, you have to be ready during this time of the year.
17-8. Douglas has edged it out to 9, and a near steal on the sideline by Gregonis, and it'll go out of bounds to Lafayette. But the Broncos out quickly to the 9-point lead. Lafayette needs a good shot right now, trailing by 9.
That's good, running a little motion offense, getting there, you're trying to find some continuity.
Denton tried to go inside to Owens. It was deflected away. It'll go back to Lafayette.
You know, Douglas's pressure is pushing them, Lafayette out on the floor some. Lafayette needs to get closer to that basket as they're running their offense.
Under 3 minutes, driving is Owens, puts it up, didn't go, but she got fouled. Knowles picks up the foul, her first. And the team second. One more for Imari Owens. Douglas on the attack. Bennett took a look. And she goes to King. Knocked away from King. Douglas retains possession.
Lafayette has now gone from the 1-3-1 to the 2-3, so it looks like they're going to keep trying to mix it up a little bit to keep Douglas off balance.
Nice pass inside, and the basket by Knowles.
Great entry pass. You know, that's a lost art of the game, entry passes.
That one slapped away by Knowles.
You know, you have a Knowles on the front of your press.
Yeah.
She's so long, you know, so you have to take care of the ball.
Knowles at 6 feet, able to reach out and disrupt the offense, especially, as you said, on the front end of that press. Lafayette moves it quickly now, gets away, and here's the steal by King going the other way. She takes it all the way in, blocked away, but picked up by Bennett for the basket.
You know, the one thing about Douglas, they're always going hard. So they follow up every time because they want to be in that press, so everybody's always running.
21-10, Douglas. Driving is Denton, takes it all the way in. Shot was blocked, got the underside of the board there. Here comes Bennett, back for Douglas. Bergonis goes to the baseline. Now another nice baseline pass by Bergonis, and it is a basket by Knowles.
You talking about great ball movement.
And Lafayette wants a timeout. That comes with 1:17 to go in the first. 23-10 the score. Douglas leads, and we'll be right back on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
23-10 the score. Douglas Nimbo has gotten out to that early lead with 1:17 to go here in the first and doing the things that they like to do.
Well, they're getting out real fast, and they've got a few deflections, and if you don't watch it, it can get real ugly fast. You know, and I like the timeout by Coach Denton to try to just settle her girls down and make, try to get something going right now.
Lafayette down by 13 as they bring it up against the Douglas pressure. Denton had the pass stolen. Tamia Wade on the move, comes down the left side of the lane, puts it up going by, missed the shot, and Combs is off with it for Lafayette.
You know, sometimes you got to take those balls back out and keep the possession, if you don't have a good shot.
Combs in some trouble, and then that's a held ball, but it'll go back to Lafayette.
You know, sometimes as you go in transition, you don't want those empty possessions. You want to value that ball.
Denton driving, and the pass intercepted. Atkins made the pass that was picked off by Lafayette, so here come the Generals. Combs looked for a step, nothing there, and Emerson tried the long one and missed. And the rebound, Wade got it away. Ball down court. Here is Atkins. Shot blocked as she turned and tried to put it up. Combs has it for Lafayette. Well, nobody getting anything easy right now.
No, they're going to fight hard. That's one thing about Coach Denton's teams. They might not go in transition a lot, but they're going to fight you every possession.
Here's Owens driving as we come down to the final seconds of the first quarter. Bergonis has it for Douglas. Over to Wade, lets it go and gets the three at the end of the first quarter.
That hurt.
So Wade puts 3 more on the board for Douglas. It's a 16-point Douglas lead at the end of one. Douglas 26, Lafayette 10. We'll be right back on Glycod.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies. It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
At Man O' War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man O' War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
16-point margin for Douglas as we get underway in the second quarter. What's Lafayette need to do here right away?
Well, just taking one possession at a time. It's early. You got to get the jitters out. So now you just got to focus in. Do all the little things early.
From the side. There's
Tamia Wade.
3-point by Tamia Wade. Well, it's 29-10. Well, you talked about how quickly they could open up a lead, and now they have.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. And they're efficient because they shoot a lot of layups, and then when they do get the open shots, they stick them.
Ball goes out of bounds underneath. Lafayette will retain possession. Oakerly comes back in, replacing Grigonis for Frederick Douglass. And a steal by Atkins. Now scramble for it over there, and that'll be a held ball. It'll go back to Lafayette as Denton got over there.
Well, that's what Douglas does. They contest everything, all passes, all shots. They try to meet you on the catch, told to make sure that it's hard to put the ball on the floor.
Early second quarter action. Pass comes into Addison Combs. Emerson had it knocked away. And now there's the steal by Oakerly. Goes under for the layup and gets the two.
That steal was caused by Atkins' defense on the ball. Great ball pressure.
It's 31-10. Denton has it out front. Denton had it out front a moment ago. Now Owens.
That's the one thing that we're seeing now. Look how far they're pushing Lafayette out on the floor. And that's making it hard to run their offense.
Now we get a foul.
The one thing that Lafayette needs to do, they need to take their cuts deeper, so when they do catch the ball in triple threat, they're not so far out on the court so they can run their offense.
So with a 21-point lead, I think the foul was on Wade that time, or was it Oakerly? One of those two. But Douglas continues to apply the pressure. Driving is Denton, and she is fouled as she gets to the basket.
It looked like that was the first clean look that she's got all night.
Atkins picks up that foul, her first and the team's second in the second quarter. Yeah, it's just hard to get anything going. They're contesting, as you said, everything.
Well, you have to be ready. One thing about these games right here, once you catch that ball, you have to triple threat quickly, or at least know what you're going to do when you get it. You don't have time to be thinking. The game is moving too fast right now.
Yeah, it's hard to get that timing because you do have to move quickly, but if you move too quickly, you hurry and you get out of sync that way too.
Yes.
Which is, of course, what that defense is designed to get you to do. So, leads the score 31-11. Grigonis drives the baseline and hits. Nice running shot by Reagan Grigonis. 23-11. And Douglas gets it back.
You know, if I'm Coach Denton right now, you just got to keep putting life into them. You got to keep breathing life into them. All it takes is, you know, 2 or 3, you know, quick turnovers, you know, causing 2 or 3 turnovers and making some buckets, and then it might get a momentum swing. So they just need to focus in.
It's Bennett out front for Douglas. And we get a foul as she was bumped by Emerson.
As much defense is going on, I probably would let that go. They're back in the 1-3-1 now.
First one on Emerson. Driving into the lane. The shot by Bennett doesn't fall. Got the back of the rim. Douglas will get another try. Atkins. Now Gregonis out front.
Run the 1-4 high.
Tried to go into King. Knocked away from her, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll go to Lafayette.
Now Douglas has changed their press up to a 2-2-1 instead of having somebody on the ball. Now they're just going to try to slow the ball down.
Collision on the sideline.
Those are long passes. Lafayette needs to go meet the ball.
Well, Generals have it. Combs will put it in play. Near steal by King. Combs has it. Tries to drive on King, and there's Bennett coming in for the steal. 3-on-1 for Douglas. Bennett keeps it, puts it up and in.
Wow.
And that'll count. And a foul.
They're playing well. You know, we watched them all in the region. You know, I don't think they've missed a beat yet. They're just playing well.
McKaylee, MK Bennett. 6 for her tonight, and she goes to the line. 63% free throw shooter. It's 36-11. We talked about the individual honors earned by Jaylee Knowles, and she has earned them. Here's another Douglas steal. And then the drive and the layup. Good by Atkins. Or Carr, rather.
Well, you know, they hit you so fast.
Yeah.
They hit you in bunches. 6, 8, 10 points real quick. And you look up, you're down 15.
Here's a foul as they tried to put the trap on. But I was going to say the individual honors certainly earned by Jaylee Knowles, but we've also seen in this first half the other parts of this Douglas team and what makes it such a powerful team with Knowles at the head of it.
Well, and that's a great thing, because if you got your other players clicking, it takes a lot of pressure off her. She just gets to play so freely.
Lafayette trying to get something going on offense.
It's just so hard. They're meeting them on the catch, and they're making everything so difficult.
Combs out in the corner. And now a steal. Here's Bennett again. Tried to go out in the corner, but picked off. Denton gets it ahead to Owens.
She probably should have kept that one. It was a good look, though.
Brown, Adriana Brown guarding Owens. Now a drive down the lane. Shot missed by Combs. Douglas has it out in front. There's Bennett. Another layup.
Well, here's where that extra 10 feet might be hurting Lafayette.
So a timeout called by Lafayette with 3:34 to go in the second quarter. The score, Douglas 40 and Lafayette 11. We'll be right back on Glycod.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins, Nimbo Hammonds back at Eastern Kentucky University Baptist Health Arena. Glad you joined us tonight. Kevin Maldonado is our producer. Sailor Sizemore, our camera operator tonight. And Nimbo, Douglas was ready to jump on them just right at the start tonight. Didn't take long for them to take charge in this one. And this is a Lafayette team that has won 21 games this year.
Well, it's just right now you have a young team in Lafayette. I think they have, maybe one, maybe two seniors. So they have a young team. So right now they might be a little underexperienced in this situation just because it's a whole new environment for them, some of those young ladies. Now you got Douglas, who's the 4 years. They've been running through this, so they have the experience on their side. And it's showing.
Yeah, they can really put that pressure on you to the point that, as you've said, every pass is contested. You just can't get any flow to the game.
So now they're going into a half-court trap, a 2-2-1 trap, instead of playing man-to-man. So they're showing different looks.
Here's Denton trying to find some room. Three-pointer in the air. That one's good. Madison Combs with the basket. Addie Combs strikes for three.
Much needed bucket.
Moving is King. Missed the shot off the board, but there is Knowles to put it in.
You know, it's a great thing when all you have to do sometimes is just rebound and put back, and you're the star player.
Yeah. Yeah, we know she can do a lot of things, but that was an easy follow for her. 42-14. And the ball kicked on defense by Wade, so Lafayette will put it in play from the side.
And now they're back in man-to-man. And look at everybody already in denial. Look at the defense for Douglas. Everybody's already ready.
Comes into Owens, guarded by Brown. Owens again, and here's Denton. Got a little bit of room, put up the runner. Doesn't go, and then a foul committed by Denton as King got to the rebound.
They're so quick on defense to even help. When you got an open look, they recover so well and help so well that even the open look is not even open for too long.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 42-14. Douglas with the big lead. They have been in charge almost right from the tip tonight. There's the shot by King, left it short. There's Owens for Lafayette. Turns on the speed, but Brown got back there to block it. Finally, after a deflected pass, it'll be Lafayette's possession again as Denton comes up with it.
You know, Lafayette just needs to work on things right now. Just find a little continuity, see what you can get done. One step at a time.
Skylar Davis.
Douglas's defense is just on point.
There's just nowhere to go. Now Owens does find a step and missed the shot. Rebound to Brown. She clears it quickly, a little bit too quickly, but now here's King coming up with it.
You know,
the ball's hard to hang on to right now. Here's Denton with a steal. Go ahead.
I'm just laughing because even when it goes wrong for Douglas, it goes right.
Been that kind of night. Under a minute to go in the first half.
You know, I've been on the end of both of these teams. You know, I've been where you got to sit back and take your butt whooping sometimes, and you just got to learn from it. And I've also been on those teams that where we pounded people. And both are hard to take because sometimes it's hard to keep a lead in these times, to keep focus.
That went out of bounds at the end. It'll be Lafayette's basketball. Inbounds to Combs.
Look how they deny the guard-to-guard passes. It's something special to watch how they're playing defense.
Yeah, they got it to Denton, but they really had to work to do it, and she had to work to get herself open even for a routine pass out near midcourt. Now the turnover with the ball bouncing on the baseline.
I know what that feel like. I played against a couple of teams that has some stifling defenses that make you look like you're playing 8-on-5.
Yeah, basketball can be a lot more fun than that. You know, it's not much fun when you got to really work to just complete a pass. Here's a shot off the side. That one's short by Wade. Final seconds of the first half. The long shot, no good. And we have come to the end of the first half of play, and Douglas has dominated. The Broncos lead at the half. The score, Douglas 42, Lafayette 14. We'll come back and begin our halftime report in just a moment on Glycod.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, your 100% Kentucky-owned and operated Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership at 2073 Bryant Road in Lexington. Visit manowarhd.com.
We're at halftime at Eastern Kentucky University. 42-14 is the score. Douglas on top of Lafayette. We want to thank Fast Signs for bringing us the ticker. Fast Signs, make your statement. Other scores in our opener tonight, Madison Southern beat Western Hills 61-50 here in 11th region action on Glycod. And then out in the second region in a quarterfinal game, Crittenden County 57, Webster County 20. That's a final. And the other second region quarterfinal tonight, it is Christian County 39 and Caldwell County 38 at the end of the third quarter. We bring you those second region scores because the 11th region winner will go on to play the second region winner at Rupp Arena when we get the Sweet 16 underway. I invite you to visit glycod.com for information about our live postseason basketball coverage and check out our Tournament Central page for updates on all the action. Glycod is changing the way you watch high school athletics, and we're pleased that you've joined us for our doubleheader tonight. Keith Elkins along with Nimbo Hammonds. And Nimbo, this is there's not a message in the coaching manual for when you're down 28, but you got to come out here and play and compete in the second half. What do you tell them?
Well, here's the thing. Now we just got to work on the future part of things. You know, you got to get the experience for some of the people who haven't had that experience. You still got to get them to fight to the end because you want to still be able to hold your head high when you walk out of here. So now it's about moral victories. It's about other things, execution, so you can start getting ready for the next season in a sense. You know, they just need this experience tonight.
42-14 the score. Douglas on top of Lafayette. We'll take a break and be right back with the start of the second half in just a moment on Glycod.
At Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man-O-War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
You'll still have common days. But this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Getting ready to start the second half here at EKU with Douglas leading Lafayette 42-14. And some of these numbers, Nimbo, show that as we look at the box score from the first half. WL Stats, our friends there, providing the numbers tonight, and 13 Lafayette turnovers in that first half. And that will help the other team get out to a big lead.
Well, against Douglas, that turns into a lot of points real fast. The way they get after it. So, and you can't beat anybody not taking care of the ball.
Tamia Wade 9 points to lead Douglas, but a balanced effort, as we saw a lot of players doing the scoring for Douglas in that first half. So with a 28-point lead, Douglas has the ball to start the second half. Here's Wade driving. Rebound put up by Knowles. Not there, but she'll go to the line.
Right now, if I'm Coach Denton coming out of halftime, stick with the game plan, try to keep their energy high, and just work on things.
So Knowles comes up empty on the first one. And there's the first scoring of the second half. 43-14. Douglas going to keep the pressure on.
Yeah, they're back in that 1-2. Hey, 1-2-2.
Knowles, we saw her do that one time in the first half, just reach out and get the tip, get a deflection. And she gets another. This time she's got the basketball.
You know, the young lady uses her length well.
Inside it goes. Oakerly battling, puts it up. And the rebound to Combs of Lafayette, over to Denton.
And they're right back in their press.
Instantly pressured, and a steal by Knowles. Gives it off to Oakerly. Missed the layup. And Davis battling for the rebound for Lafayette. And she is fouled. Oakerly picks up the foul. Her second.
The one thing about Douglas is they're quick to defense. Their transition from offense to defense is so quick.
Combs off to Davis. And they get it to Davis, but at long range, there is Denton.
You know, the one thing that after this, if I'm watching film, they got to learn to get into the body of Douglas to make contact to then get open.
Davis had a look at it, but couldn't make the shot. Bennett driving. Ball goes out to Gregonis, and then the shot off the side by Wade.
Her trigger is so quick.
She's a freshman. 5'8" freshman, Tamia Wade.
And, you know, and all these young ladies got so much experience, you know, from the program over the last 4 years, so they look seasoned.
They do, yeah. Looks like they've played together for a long time. They ran up against a really good GRC team last year in the state tournament. And they look to be pretty good again this year, too.
Oh, yeah. They
GRC, they're strong.
They just reload.
So, Coach Robbie Graham has another great team over there. But right now, Douglas looking pretty good with a 46-14 lead over Lafayette. As we open up regional play tonight, Madison Southern advancing with the win over Western Hills in the first game tonight.
Yeah, Douglas is not giving Lafayette much of anything.
Davis just trying to hang on there. Got it off to Denton, fires a quick pass to Emerson, but no shot there for her.
Every time a ball is passed, it seems like their hands are on it.
Davis to Combs. There's Knowles right there. They have to back it out. You know, Lafayette would like to score quickly, but just not an opportunity.
No, and you got to be patient. This is the time that you learn, you know.
Here goes Denton on the drive, and now the shot by Owens. Spins out, and Douglas has it going the other way. Knowles on the dribble. Got it down to Oakerly, over in the corner for a three-point try by Wade. Missed the shot. Now Lafayette with an opportunity. Shot going by Davis.
Nothing's easy. Even in transition, nothing's easy.
Knowles driving along the baseline, a collision there, and there'll be a foul on Owens.
You know, the one thing that Douglas is really quick to the ball. even when Lafayette gets a transition, Douglas is getting back and pressuring the ball. So it's not even, they're not even getting looks in the transition.
Knowles misses the first. Foul was on Owens, her first, and the team's third here in the third quarter. Jaylee Knowles cashes in on the second one. It's 47-14. Lafayette looking for its first scoring of the third quarter.
Coach Mobley has to be happy with what he's seeing right now.
In the middle it goes, and the shot going by. That is Davis, and she gets the basket to fall, and she'll go to the line. So Bennett picks up the foul, her first. Second one on the team in the third quarter. Skylar Davis completes the three-point play. 47-17.
Look how quick they down the floor.
Miami King with the second try. She was fouled, so Miami King will go to the line.
And just look how quick, even on a made basket, they get the ball down so fast.
Couple of free throws for Miami King. And she on the year, a 59% free throw shooter, averaging 5 points, 4 rebounds a game. 5'10" senior, a very valuable part of this club for Coach DJ Moberly.
She's one of those unsung heroes for this team.
Gets the second free throw. The lead is 31. Out of bounds. That one off the defender, Grigonis.
Everything is tough. You know, and that's the one thing. If I'm Coach Ditton, I would even use my timeouts during this time to just keep them motivated. You know what I mean? Because it has to be frustrating.
Yeah, Carr and Atkins back in for Douglas. They both saw action in the first half. Jumper no good by Combs. Lafayette from on the baseline. And it comes to Combs. Made a fake, got a step, but the shot blocked. Here comes Douglas. Ahead it goes to Atkins, and she is knocked down as she put up the shot.
Again, off any miss, they are taking off, and everybody's off to the races. And the good thing about this Douglas team, everybody can handle the ball.
Iona Atkins at the line, 5'4" sophomore, with a 3-point average and got 11 in a game against Butler this year back on December 22nd.
You know, Miss Atkins is just coming off a knee injury, so she looks good from coming off that knee injury, so she just got to keep building. Has to keep building.
Makes the second for a 32-point lead. Denton, and there off the side is Combs. Shot was a little short. Here comes Knowles for Douglas in the open floor. Off to King, strong drive to the basket, and she'll shoot some free throws.
The one thing I do like about Douglas, everything is north-south, you know, and they go straight to the basket. And the one thing that they do cause on the defensive end, they make people play east-west and, you know, take them off their angles, and it's worked tonight.
King to the line, sinks that first one. Unofficially 6 points for Miami King tonight. And the second one gives her a good bounce, and she's now 3 out of 4 at the line, and it's a 51-17 game.
And the one thing I do like to see is, you know, when you're a dominant team and you've really worked well over the last few years, you really impose your will.
And the steal, but Wade can't cash in. Yeah, then a collision. 2 players down. Action continues. Shot off the baseline, drops in for Knowles. But there was a King in there. King, yeah, they're battling along the baseline.
Teammates have to call out picks. That was a hard pick on Atkins. She hit her head and everything, but I'm glad she got up.
So we'll see King at the line. The lead stands at 36. .2:15 to go in the third as Denton comes up for Lafayette. Has it on the side now. There's Davis.
Keep running your offense. That's good. That's what Lafayette needs to do, especially for the young people. Keep running your stuff.
Owens will take it and hit it off the top of the key.
Good patience that time.
3 more for Lafayette, 54-20. And that one batted around, finally wound up in the hand of Knowles for an easy bucket.
Douglas looks fresh. They really do. You know, so Coach Mobley must have done a great job of conditioning and everything. They're not affected by this extra 10 feet.
Denton gave it to Owens, but defender right there. Brindley Dumford in for Douglas, number 12 in white, applying the defense on Owens a moment ago.
Their offense is starting out by half court. That's tough.
1 minute in the third quarter. Owens gets a step on Dumford and drives for the basket, and she is fouled. So Murray Owens will step to the line. Owens, a 5'8" freshman, unofficially 7 in the game tonight, averages about 9 points a game. So a bright future ahead for her, looks like.
Great experience. You know, win, lose, or draw, you know, a lot of people don't make it this far, so it's great experience.
Regional appearance for Lafayette, and they've had a bunch of them over the years.
You know, I remember I only made it back to the region one time. That was my sophomore year, and I never made it back, so.
Can't take it for granted, can you?
No, you got to enjoy these memories and leave it all on the floor.
Lafayette, 23 regional appearances. Regional champions in 78, 79, 84, and 2014. Haven't had a losing season since 2009-10.
Coach Denton has done a great job at that program. You know, that's the one thing about her. She coaches them hard.
Lafayette with a steal, final seconds of the third, but Douglas is going to get the last chance, looks like. Here is Knowles driving for the basket, missed the shot, one more try available. And Brown put it in. That was just ahead of the buzzer, so 58-21 is the score as we complete 3 quarters of play. Douglas on top by 37 as we get ready to go to the fourth quarter on Glycon.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
our customers, leave happy.
If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs.
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Fourth quarter of play now in our second game of our doubleheader. Madison Southern won the opener over Western Hills 61-50, and now Douglas has dominated in this second game, leading Lafayette 58-21 as we go to the fourth quarter of play. Keith Elkins, Nimbo Hammonds along with you tonight. Glad you joined us for 11th region action on Glycod. Miami King tried to go further underneath the Knowles. She did eventually grab the ball and put it up, but no good this time, and Lafayette has it coming the other way. So you got to keep playing and got to keep learning.
Oh yeah, you know, at this stage of it is now, you kind of know it is what it is, and you just got to keep pushing. You know, like I say, for those young players, they got to get the experience because you never know what's going to go for the years to come. So take advantage of it.
Combs for Lafayette, and now Denton. Combs will fire away. Rebound, Davis got it, and now Denton driving, missed the shot. Davis a little slow to get up, but she's up and going now to the defensive end. Dumford with it.
And one thing people got to understand is this is not an unsuccessful season for Lafayette. They've had a great season. You know, somebody has to go home sometimes, you know, but you know, doesn't go against what they've accomplished already.
And Coach Moberly wants a timeout for his team with 6:43 to go in the fourth quarter. The score Douglas 58, Lafayette 21. We'll be back to EKU's Baptist Health Arena in just a moment on Glycod.
Central Kentucky, don't be afraid of your pool water. Talk to the experts at Suntine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. For over 50 years, our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit our store for a full line of BioGuard products, equipment, and accessories. Have your swimming pool sparkling in no time. Visit Suntine Pools today.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Douglas has the ball as we're back to play now. 6.5 minutes to go in this one.
And if I'm Douglas now, you just giving you got to get your reps in. You got to still stay focused. You still got to be crisp because you don't want to lose focus because you're up so much.
They lead by 37. Here's the drive by Owens. Gets it back outside. Davis fires away. Missed the shot. Rebound. There is Denton underneath. And she is fouled as Wade got her as she went up.
Nothing's easy. Even when you got a layup, they still contested.
It'll be Anna Clay Denton. She is a senior, so this would be her final game for Lafayette. 11.5 points on average for the year. One more coming for her. 11 points, 5 rebounds, and as we've said, she's been a leader on the floor for quite a while for Coach Denton's program.
Hard nose, just like her mother was.
Pass beyond the reach of Jaylee Knowles, and that one will go out of bounds.
Well, it looks like they're trying to work on a little bit of the high-low stuff against zones. So, and if I'm Coach Mobley, that's what I would be doing right now. I wouldn't be too worried about any turnovers during this time because they're going to go on in advance. But you start working on things that you may need for your next game.
Their next one will be against Madison Southern, which won the opener here tonight. Driving is Owens. Leaves it off for Emerson. The shot too long. Out of bounds. It'll go back to Lafayette.
You know, one thing I will wish, and I hope that all the principals and everybody are listening, when these young ladies and these young men get to these eras, I wish they would let the students' body come, get the pep buses down here. You know, these young ladies have worked hard, and they need people down here to cheer them on.
Yeah, the Western Hills band in front of us in the first game, and they made some noise throughout that game. And a lot of Madison Southern fans, as you might expect, from Berea. Here's a long one. No good by Combs. Another try by Emerson. Now Miami King got it for Douglas, and they're on the move again up to Wade. Driving is Brown, pulls up and hits the short jumper.
You know, they go 10 deep, and you can see it. They go 10 deep, and everybody plays defense, and that's all you can ask for.
Halfway point of the fourth quarter. The lead back up to 37. Davis guarded by Brown. Can't get anywhere. Gets rid of it to Emerson, and now we'll have a foul on King.
Yeah, Douglas's defense, everybody's shirt tight, so. And then when they come off the bench, it's still the same thing. So great job by Coach Mobley for having everybody prepared.
I think the foul may have gone on Brinley Dunford, 12 instead of 21. Skylar Davis. Guarded by Oakerly. He's back in. Shot by Denton was blocked out of bounds.
Nothing's easy. Even when they come off the screen, Douglas never gives up on the play.
Yeah.
You know, I see so many kids, you know, young men and young ladies, they down screens. You know, Douglas is fighting through all screens.
Turnaround jumper, good one by Combs. Yeah, coaches always want you to fight through the screen. It's not easy to do, but you can see the results when they do it.
Yes.
Shot no good. The follow no good by Oakerly. Lafayette with a try now, and now the pass is stolen by Brown. In the corner it goes. That's Wade over there driving and puts it up going by. Missed the shot.
Well, the one thing I like about Douglas as well, they play for each other. You know, they're not selfish. They share the ball, and that's what you got to have, especially this time of the year.
And the shot missed at the Lafayette end. A scramble for the rebound. Grigonis is in there for Douglas. It was Carr that missed the shot at the other end. Wooten into the ball game for Douglas, and we'll get a timeout with just 1:32 to go. And the score is Douglas 60 and Lafayette 25. We'll be right back on Glycon.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Eastern Kentucky University Baptist Health Arena, game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, 11th Region girls action, and it's all Douglas in this second game, 60-25 over Lafayette. We play out the final minute 32 and get a timeout here, and I assume you want to get some players in if you can, but you also want to continue learning, as you've said, Nimbo.
Well, you know, at some point, you kind of know as a coach what you got to change your mind to, and you know, gear up for the next year, and just help your kids just get through it, because it's a hard time to go through that, be on the floor, and know you just outgunned tonight. That's how I look at that, you know, because Douglas has hit every cylinder tonight.
Well, Douglas back out on the floor, joining Lafayette as the Generals get ready to put it in play. There's Combs for the basket and gets 2.
Good strong move by Combs. She's played hard tonight. Made a couple of good moves.
There's Carr out front for Douglas. Tiana Tishner in the ball game for Douglas as well. Number 10 in white.
Everybody has played for Douglas tonight. They played all 12 kids tonight. So it goes to show how deep they can go if they need to.
Yeah, because those players may see action at any time in a ball game, because he does have a very deep team that he can go to his bench almost any point in the game. Shot by Combs off the mark. Another try from the corner. That is Emerson with the shot.
I love how Lafayette just keeps fighting. As like I said, it's a sign of Coach Denton and who she is and what she's done for that program.
Just 20 seconds left. There's a near steal by Anna Clay Denton, the senior. And it comes to Carr. Guarded by Emerson. 5 seconds. Carr just dribbling, and 1 second to go, and that's it. And Douglas has come away with a very impressive win tonight, 60-29 over Lafayette. The final. Douglas moves on. They'll meet Madison Southern in the next round of the 11th region tournament here at Eastern Kentucky University. We'll come back and begin our postgame report in just a moment on Glycon.
At Central Equipment, we're a family.
And that's what sets us apart from other ag and outdoor power equipment companies.
It's the amazing options we give our customers.
Through the quality brands that we represent.
With the parts and service that we offer.
With one main focus of making sure you,
Our customers, leave happy. If you need a new tractor, mower, chainsaw, or have other power equipment needs,
Come to Central Equipment and become part of our family.
So we can show you the Central Equipment difference.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
Nimbo Hemmons back at Eastern Kentucky University Baptist Health Arena, where Douglas has just wrapped up a very impressive win over Lafayette tonight. 60-29 was the final here in our second game after Madison Southern beat Western Hills 61-50 in the first one tonight. And speaking of scores, let's go ahead and give you a couple more as we want to thank Fast Signs for our ticker service. Fast Signs, make your statement. And in the 11th region, I just gave you those. So let's go to the second region. Crittenden County 57, Webster County 20 in a final in a second region game. And also it was Christian County 39. Let's see, we have a final on the Christian County game now. Caldwell County 62, Christian County 51. That's a final from the second region. We give you those second region scores because the second region winner will take on the 11th region winner when we get to Rupp Arena coming up. So those are the finals from the second region tonight. And here it was Douglas, Nimbo, that we almost running out of words now to talk about them because they did such a complete job tonight in taking over this game very, very early, never let up, kept the pressure on Lafayette, made it difficult for Lafayette on what seemed like every single possession. Very few easy opportunities, if any, for Lafayette. And in fact, that's almost, you could say that about passing as well as shooting. So they really did the job.
Well, hitting on all cylinders. And, you know, when they started coming into late in the season, you can just see that they were starting to rev up and then ran through the district the kind of the same way they ran tonight. So nothing has really changed. So what that shows me is that coach hasn't prepared. They're focused in practice and the shoot-arounds, and they're doing a lot of film work because they seem prepared to see everybody that they match up with.
You know, coach is always pushing his team to peak at the right time, especially if he thinks he's got a team that can go deep into a tournament. And it really looks like they've done that. They just look, as you've said before, so comfortable out there. And they're playing hard and playing fast, but they don't look like they're wearing themselves out at all. It seems like they're doing it almost, I won't say effortlessly, but they're making it look easier than it is.
Well, that's preparation. You know, one thing I do know about Coach Mobley is that he coaches hard. He wants his kids to go out there, and they track certain things, so that makes them go after the deflection, that makes them go after rebounds and everything. So I know how he pushes these young ladies, and they've been open to accepting that hard coaching, and you see the results of that.
Well, they won by a big margin tonight, and we're going to have Coach Moberly with us. We'll take a break first and come back with Coach DJ Moberly of Frederick Douglass right after this on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how
And we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
We are here with Coach DJ Mobley. First of all, congratulations, Coach. And it was like a repeat. It was like we just saw a different opponent, but it was the same results. And it was the same action, the same intensity, the same focus. You know, what did you do to get your girls to kind of do a repeat thing up from the district?
I think it was just more of us focusing on working on just everything defensively as far as being the weak side. We watched a lot of film, too, where girls were just sticking their hand in the pot. Was no movement. So we had a practice where we sat down and, you know, we took, you know, both sides of the court, and we worked on driving downhill, having girls slide in, taking on the help. You know, good position, getting good defensive position, holding our hands up, and forcing the kick out. You know, like I tell them, I don't want to get beat by just giving up layups because we're not in good position. Or we just putting a hand in and fouling. So I told them, you know, I'll live or die by you got to shoot me down by a 3-ball versus I give you a layup. So just been trying to get focused on that, just defensively wise, getting you know, mentally just locked in when it comes to defensive schemes that we try to run over here, because we try to run a lot of defensive schemes that we do try to switch it up.
Well, you know, tonight they were hitting on cylinders, and everything that you just described is what we talked about during the game. And every time that Lafayette caught the ball, your girls were there on the catch.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? And
yes.
then they took away all angles, and then the help was always there. So, you know, and to see your girls buy into defense, you know, it has to say something about your intensity in practice, because kids don't want to do that nowadays.
No, they
so
don't.
to have them young ladies come out and I think they improved defensively from the district game.
You hit a point, because I think now this generation is so predicated off scoring, and everything too. If you watch basketball at times, it's either 3 or layup. Right. So I try to tell them this, far as just like, you know, what I was raised up on, as far as defense wins championship, defense wins games too. So the more and more that we buy into the defense end, I keep telling y'all, everybody on this team can score. I feel like we offensive-minded team, but, you know, we got to buy on the defense end as far as getting stops, multiple stops, not just one. So we try to live and die by that, but as far as just making multiple plays, like I said, getting deflections on the ball. We're trying to get better defense. We're trying to get better rebounding-wise too. We've been kind of we guard heavy, so we kind of been lacking at that category as far as rebounding. So we've been trying to work on boxing out, getting 2 hands on the ball if we can. Like I said, talking more too on defense. We have been doing that. That's been helping a lot. Okay. Which we've been playing without girls even really opening up their mouth saying a lot of stuff. But now I feel like, you know, of course it's March, but we opened up a little bit more as far as communicating with each other and saying screen or whatever we need to do as far as getting to the ball.
So now, earlier today, Madison Southern, and I know you probably was around, probably watching the game. You know, they kind of look identical to you all. They want to get back in transition. They want to press. They want to try to get deflections. You know, how do you see yourself preparing for them? Because it's going to look like it's a little different from the last few teams that I've seen you play against.
We just gotta maintain playing our game, and don't let Madison Southern make shots from the outside. They can shoot the ball real well, and also too, when they shoot the ball, we gotta make sure we box out. We can't have no second chances with Madison Southern, and make sure we getting out to their shooters, and we just can't give them no second chances. And we got to stay out foul trouble too.
Right. Coach, thank you for stopping by. You got your girls rolling. Good luck on Friday, and we'll be here to watch the game.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
At Man of War Harley-Davidson, we're proud to be Kentucky's only family-owned Harley-Davidson dealership. Here, horsepower meets hospitality, and every rider is treated like family. With a huge selection of Harley-Davidson motorcycles, expert service and parts, premium apparel, and endless customization options, we're built to support every mile of your ride. And through community events and group rides, we're more than just a dealership. Man of War Harley-Davidson, where the ride begins.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
I think it's important to have a passion because it's important to have something that's bigger than yourself, that you find joy in, that you can work towards every single day. I would say that basketball has positively influenced my life greater than any other thing that I've done because it has allowed me to build so many great relationships, and it's taught me resilience and accountability and discipline and so many things that I use in life every single day. I've witnessed how drugs have negatively impacted people in my community, and I know that by pursuing my passion, I've been able to make positive choices that have helped me grow as a person and an athlete. If you're feeling pressured, I would just encourage you to stay true to yourself and not let others influence you to become something that you're not. It's okay to stand out and make choices that reflect who you really are. My name is Cassidy Rowe, and I'm better without it.
You'll still have common days, but this is not one of them. A few weeks a year and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Kentucky Army National Guard. Uncommon is calling.
Back to wrap things up at Eastern Kentucky University tonight, and let's go with our most outstanding players. Nimbo, tonight's most outstanding players are built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. We thought Amari Owens, the freshman for Lafayette, had a nice game tonight.
Well, she just kept fighting. And that's what you want right now from your young team. Coming into this environment is something new, and then playing a powerhouse like Douglas, you know, you got to learn to fight, and that's what she did tonight.
And for Douglas tonight, there were a number of players who made good contributions tonight, but we're going to go with Jaylee Knowles.
Because here's the thing. She's been doing other things. You know, everybody else is really stepping their games up, which has really helped her. But the one thing that she has done, that she's gone into paint, she's gone to rebound. So she's done the cleanup work. So that's what you want your leaders to be. Whatever's needed to be done, that's what your leaders do, and that's what she's done this the last 3 or 4 games I've seen her play.
Again, tonight's most outstanding players built by Carpenter's Local 1650. Build your next chapter. Now let's take a look ahead. Coming up on Glycod, more exciting high school basketball action brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. And as we look ahead on Glycod, a lot of basketball ahead tomorrow night. 11th Region Girls Quarterfinals, Scott County and Dunbar, and Berea against Franklin County. First game starts at 7:15. Then on Wednesday, boys quarterfinals in the 11th region at 6:15, Model against Great Crossing, at 8:15, Bryan Station against Lexington Catholic. And then Thursday, 11th region boys quarterfinals, Franklin County against Douglas, starting at 6:15, and then Tates Creek versus Madison Central. And then we're into the semifinal round as our 2 winners tonight move on. 6:15 game will match Madison Southern against Douglas as we continue with our coverage on Glycod. And of course, the winners move on and have those pairings throughout the weekend, leading up to our Regional Girls Championship game on Sunday, March 8th at 7. Monday, March 9th, the 11th Region Boys Championship game at 7 o'clock. So a lot of great basketball ahead. Nimbo, any final thoughts tonight about this doubleheader?
Well, it was a great evening. I like to see the young ladies come out here and give their all, whether they won or lost. I think, you know, they've had great seasons. In order to get here, you have to do some great things. So, you know, good luck to the ladies who have gone home early, and also good luck to the people who are still fighting.
And that will do it for us tonight. And for Nimbo Hammonds and for our producer, Kevin Maldonado, and our camera operator, Sailor Sizemore, I'm Keith Elkins. Thanks again for watching. Again, the final scores, it was in the first game, Madison Southern 51, Western Hills 50, and then in the second game, Douglas 60, Lafayette 29. Good night from Eastern Kentucky University on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Man of War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation.